Ladies and gentlemen and in-betweeners, I'm your host, Alexander Rodriguez, here for On the Rocks radio show, where celebrities and cocktails mix. Tonight, we have Big Brother top 3 finalist, JC Mounduix. Did I say it right? Mounduix. Hey, Mounduix. Mounduix, you may kiss me while I sleep. We have Vanderpump Dogs executive director, John Sessa is here, who may be cuter than the dogs he poses with. We are going to find out tonight. And my guest co-host, my twisted sister from another mister, celebrity stylist, blogger, and Bravo TV personality, Ali Levine is with me. Yes. And me, your favorite host, with the deepest voice. So raise a glass and let the drinks begin.
Life is a banquet, and most poor suckers are starving to death.
I'd like to propose a toast.
This is On the Rocks with Alexander, coming at you live, where I drink with your favorite celebrities as we talk about fashion, entertainment, pop culture, reality TV, and, well, that's about it. So pop a cork, lean back, and raise a glass to On the Rocks.
Fasten your seatbelts. It's going to be a bumpy night.
Lord help us, it's going to be a bumpy night. We've already had some bumps in the road, but a lot of vodka, so that'll soothe things over. I have a feeling tonight we are going to spill the tea on a lot, so you're going to want to tune in. We might have an exclusive, but we don't know until we have more vodka. Buns and bows and pantyhose, this is On the Rocks, the place where we're too glam to give a damn. I saw someone at the gym. Okay, let's be honest. I saw somebody walk into the gym as I walked by, wearing a t-shirt that said, "My warm-up is your workout." Well, my casual drinking is your alcohol poisoning. So there, boom. Okay, right?
I love it.
There you go. Thank you. Thank you to our sober listeners for tuning in. We love you too. Thank you for holding our hair back and driving us home. If drunk texting was a sport, I'd be an Olympian. Hello to our listeners around the nation on iHeartRadio, United Broadcasting Network, Player FM, Stitcher, TuneIn, Satchel, iTunes, Google Play, and Spotify. Of course, we are on Facebook Live on Trending Now app in San Diego, True FM in Ohio, hello Ohio, and on the West Coast on Gay Entertainment Directory, our new syndicate, Facebook Living. Hello, they are the top LGBT print and online magazine for the West Coast, and of course nationally on Bear World Magazine. Rawr. Check out my Bear World Magazine interviews, fun movie reviews, Movie News Mondays, now with video. This week I chatted about the Oscars in my column. Here's my review on the Oscars. That's all I have to say.
That's quite the review.
Yeah, enough. Actually, we're going to do best and worst dressed. That's my favorite part of the Oscars, by the way. Also, this show is brought to you in media partnership with Here TV. Here TV reaches millions of viewers each month and has produced Academy Award-winning films in addition to receiving 3 Daytime Emmy Award nominations. Here TV features the largest LGBTQ LMNOP library featuring hundreds of hours of award-winning movies, series, documentaries, short films, and new titles are added each week, including us. On the Rocks now appears on Amazon Prime, Facebook Watch, HereTV.com, and the Here TV app for free, starting with this episode, by the way. So nice. Why be there when you can be here? That's my...
Exactly.
Yeah? Do you like that?
I do.
They haven't bought that tagline for me, so don't use it here, TV. Our website has been updated, looks gorgeous, so check out everything. You can watch, listen to everything, get links to all of our syndicates. It's ontherocksradioshow.com. Mama Rose is in the chat room on ubngo.com and Facebook. Ask her your question. She'll answer it. If it's a burning question, she will text me, and I will answer it during the show. Please keep her busy. She has a bottle of vodka, and I don't need her stalking people on Moms Who Mingle. How do you think I was conceived? I wish I was kidding, too, by the way. Brooke Williams loves JC. We already got that from the chat room. Hello, Brooke Williams. Oh, she's your fan from Instagram. She actually sent us a message.
Oh.
Yes. Hello to our engineer, Kurt. Kurt, you have Groot on your shoulder.
I do, yes.
I've never seen you so dressed up. Is that like a straight nerd man's corsage?
What is that, by the way?
What?
Groot.
What do you
From
mean?
Guardians of
You've
the
never
Galaxy.
seen the Guardians of the Galaxy? What?
Oh,
you really do spend all your time helping people.
Really, I hang out with the dogs too much, I think. I have no clue what that is.
Really?
Does that just look like a dog's chew toy to you?
I thought it was. I thought he was wearing it for me. I could take it home with me later.
Yes.
Right? I kind of saw him checking out. He's like,
I am Groot.
John, I've heard you have enough toys at home. Well, there was silence, not even no.
Right? I will repeat certain
Yeah.
things.
He just quieted
That's
down.
the benefit of having so many dogs. You have like, what, 11 dogs at home? Or how many dogs do you have now?
Well, we had 2 litters yesterday, so I've got 17 babies and 2 moms,
Wow.
and then I have 5 of my own. So.
Oh my God, that's insane.
Oh wait, I shouldn't say that out loud. West Hollywood, I don't think would allow that. So.
They're all boarders. They're all rent-paying boarders. It's a hospital for dogs in his house.
Exactly.
Don't tell certain housewives. Anyway, Kurt, do you have a pun for us? You're so punny.
I do. It's actually dog themed too, so I guess that
Oh,
works out.
perfect. Make sure it's appropriate. Woof.
Did you hear about the dog who ran 2 miles to bring back his master's stick?
Is this dirty, Kurt?
No.
Oh, okay. Too bad.
I think the story's a little far-fetched.
Wah, wah. Kurt, that was worse
like we
than
need a
your
drink to
most.
that.
Yeah. You don't get hilarity and laughter
He
when
gave
it's so
himself
bad.
a cheers, you know?
He gives me crickets. He literally says, girl, you are cut off for the next half hour. I gotta tell you that.
Okay.
JC says, I'm such a lightweight before the show even started.
I'm supposed to be the lightweight. I just had a child.
I know.
You just had a child?
I did. Well, 10 months ago, but close enough.
Yeah. Mama's gonna get
great.
liquored up and she's gonna have another one.
Oh, thank you. I'll take it.
Time to make another baby.
Sound like the hubby. Be quiet.
Do you know how many romances come, even if it's like one night or
Yeah.
from the show? Because the people hang out afterwards and they're like,
Right.
oh, let's go to West Hollywood. And then I get a text in the morning. He's like, I think I'm pregnant. And I'm like, you're
Oh,
two men.
no.
How did that happen? Not mentioning any names. Corey Z, Marie Swanby. No, I did. Not the same episode, of course.
Oh, God.
Like us on Twitter and Instagram and On the Rocks
got
on
him
air.
chugging.
I know.
Now he's chugging.
Yeah,
I know,
it's like
right?
it's all,
Let me check-
it's
let me
all
check
in
the
there.
water.
Yeah. Facebook, On the Rocks Radio Show. If you're using Facebook, send me an email. Book me for a wedding, funeral, quinceañera, bris, dog washing.
Just book him.
Yeah, just book me. info@ontherocksradioshow.com. I rarely say no. I did like a leather event at the
Yeah.
Eagle in Long Beach.
I love it.
How'd that go
Listen,
for
you
you?
can do it all. I'm like all for it. I've seen you in like all forms at this point, and
This
I feel
was.
like
I
Were
was
you
so
stripping?
scared. No,
that's what I was on.
I can, John.
One.
Yeah, I don't need to see that. No, but because it's the leather community, and like I'm part of the bear community, but not really because
Right.
I don't clog up the pool every time I walk in it. Harry. But it was like, bears and leather. It was one of the most fun events I've ever done. And that's like,
Really?
do not judge something that you just don't know. I had so much fun, met the nicest people, and it was a really fun night. Thank you, Eagle Long Beach.
Oh, that sounds fun.
Yeah. I'll take you next
Yeah,
time.
I was like, I want to be your date.
Yeah. Done.
Baby not included.
Yeah.
Exactly.
She took that baby to the Abbey. We had such a great time.
I did. And my daughter just like loves. She had like serious FOMO. It's like fear of missing out straight up because she was like so excited and was laughing and like throwing everything. And he's like, wow, we could just hang out here all day. I'm like, done. She's good.
Yeah.
No
Before I get-
babysitter needed.
Yeah.
Right?
And before I get hate mail, the Abbey, before
I know,
it's
go
like
ahead.
6 o'clock, it's like lunch and coffee
Exactly,
and
it's
tea place.
not
it's
so
low KP.
crazy.
Yeah. And then it's like 6:01, go-go boys. I was like, what is that? Get it out of my face.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No, you literally were like, so it's 5:55. You should probably go.
Yeah.
It's about to get real crazy
Yeah.
here.
She's like, but I brought my dollar bills.
Exactly. Sorry, gotta come back, Mama.
Want to join On the Rocks on the road? March 30th, I will be MC for Cathedral City LGBT Days in the afternoon with American Idol Ada Fox and Jessica Suda from the Pussycat Dolls. Come out and join. It's going to be a lot of fun for free. Go to cathedralcitylgbtdays.com for more information. Saturday, May 18th. I'm telling you this so that you can buy your tickets early and not spend $1,000. I'm returning to Long Beach Pride's hottest party, Overboard, for my 3rd year. Last year, I co-hosted with Andrew Christian and Real Housewives of Orange County, Peggy Sulahian, who was a lot of fun, by the way. This
She
year,
is
I'm
a
hosting.
treat.
Boop, boop. This year, I'm hosting with RuPaul's Raja and adult entertainer Mr. Wesley Woods. So go to overboardlbc.com to get your early bird tickets or send him a message. Tell him you heard it on The Rocks. You'll get a deal. We're getting through this, I promise. Check me out on Glitter Bomb, my national TV talk show, currently broadcasting over 22 million homes, covered in People magazine and listed as one of the new must-watch shows on New Now Next. Whew, maybe I have
That was a
much.
tongue twister.
Yeah, it is. Featuring me and my co-host. Don't worry about them. Just pay attention to me. With some of my your favorite stars from TV, film, music, and reality TV. Tune in every Thursday at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Check your local listings. We're literally in every single city and state, depending on what your provider is. While we are broadcasting on national TV, we are releasing our episodes on Facebook Watch. So now you have no excuse to not watch. Look for Glitter Bomb TV on Facebook Watch. Okay, let me reintroduce my co-host for tonight with her take on the best and worst dressed outfits from the Oscars. And we're all going to give our opinions. We're going to give a thumbs up. We're going to give a thumbs down. Ali Levine, born and raised in New York. She's a New York girl.
Yes.
She has worked for some of the biggest names in the fashion industry, including Fragments, Coach, Talbot's, Target. As part of development and design, she relocated to LA, where she fell head over heels, heels, in love with wardrobe styling. From red carpet appearances, music videos, to world tours, she leaves her unique thumbprint that displays her talent as a fashion stylist. Go to her website. It's a beautiful website, by the way.
Thank you.
You can see all of her pictures there, just gorgeous. Her skills, resourcefulness, and city girl energy immediately led to jobs on Mercy and Wall Street. Money Never Never Sleeps, where she had the opportunity to work with Shia LaBeouf, I'm sorry, and Carey Mulligan.
He wasn't so bad back then.
Back then. I would have been like, I would help you dress for that. Like, I would help you on set just to see what was happening.
Yeah, he is very interesting. He asked me out on several dates.
Oh,
Were
you
say
hearing
that?
married then? Yeah. Oh, okay. That would have been interesting.
I was dating my now husband, so it was kind of like a.
Wow.
Yeah.
He probably would have recorded the date and then watched it later and cried and eaten popcorn for the whole thing. Since relocating to LA, Ali's work can be seen on Fran Drescher's Happily Divorced, In Time with Justin Timberlake, Kanye's Westworld Throne Tour, X-Men First Class, New Girl, many, many, many more. She has also appeared on Bravo TV's Stripped, where she and her husband were literally stripped of all their belongings, including their clothes, as a filmed social experiment.
Thanks for that reminder.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, I have a clip. We're going to look. When Ali is not working, she continues to exercise her devotion to her field by scouring the hottest trends all over LA and New York. She has been dubbed the new it girl in the celebrity styling world. She's a podcaster and a blogger and talks openly about the ups and downs of being a new mom with a banging body, by the way.
Oh, I love you.
Welcome back, Ali.
Thank you. I mean, I knew I love you, but I'd like to bring you in my pocket.
Yeah.
Right? I'd love to have that introduction.
Right?
Everywhere
I'm like,
I
can I
go.
just take him
I have
everywhere?
yours.
Oh, I love
Just
that.
wait. He's really good at breaking it down like that. Thank you, my love. I'm so excited to be here.
So I want to talk to. I wanted to talk to you, and I want you guys to chime in. You know, social media has literally become such a huge part of your business. Where before it's like, you know, if my client's on the red carpet and they're in People magazine, or I mean, your website has all of the red carpet actresses and some actors that have made the print, and that used to be it. And then you get your next gig. Now it's like, not only do you have to do that, but then you have to post about it on all the platforms. And I know Pinterest is big in your line of work.
Oh, yeah.
I can't do Pinterest. And you've actually worked on a lot of Bravo people as well.
Yep.
But it's become such a part of our job. Like, you can't just run Vanderpump Dogs.
Yeah,
now.
how do you do it? I mean, how do you get inspiration? How do you get designs and then say, oh, now I need to post all of this? It's like, how do you be creative and then also have to tell the world what you're doing at the same time?
Yeah, no, like the struggle is so real. There are days where honestly, I just don't even look at my phone. Like, I'm like, okay, you know what? I have to stay focused on what I'm actually creating and designing and putting together. But posting, talking about it, I save everything. Like, I'll do videos and I'll be like, hey, this is the pattern I was thinking and I love this. And I save it like it's real time, but I post it later. Because if I have to go from like left brain to right brain, back and forth,
Stressful.
back and forth, so stressful. Now, once in a blue moon, I have a good intern, a good assistant, then hey, that's your job. But like most of the time, it's just me. So struggle is real. Like I make it look like I'm making it all happen, but it's usually within like a week period.
It's funny because like using an intern, like I've had people say, hey, you know, I want to work on the show and I help you. I'm such a control freak. They'll miss one
I
word
know.
and then it's over for me.
know.
I don't like what they did with the post. It's like, well, but how do
Yeah.
you? But I can't train people either. I have zero patience.
Listen, you're talking. I had zero patience even before I had, you know, my baby girl, and now it's like, no. I have to go handle the baby. I gotta do this. I gotta go get a dress. Like, I need you to just be on it. And they're like, what? And I'm like, never mind, you're fired. Next, I go back to the next.
patience. Yeah,
you know,
on
like
to the
no
next one.
patience. Like exactly. Actually, my publicist said that she wants to do a reality show, just me firing my interns, because last year I fired 100 people.
No.
Can I please be part of this? I
Absolutely.
love firing
I think you should
people.
introduce them all in.
I fire people at places I'm not even a boss at. Like, I'll go to Boston Market and I'll be like, trying to be healthy, you're not making it
You're
easy.
done. Yeah, no.
Oh, I could
just
never work for you.
can't.
I'm so sensitive. I'd probably go home crying every day.
Really? No, I don't believe that.
He
like,
has to be sensitive. He's around dogs all day.
yeah, well, yeah. I would love to be around dogs. I can barely be around people, except you guys.
Yeah, I was saying, and my baby girl. You were really
Yes.
good with Amelia, and she loved you.
Oh, she was so cute, and I usually dislike children on such an epic
I know, you
level.
had to see him. We were like
Like
going to a
it's
meeting.
so honest. Like I'm honest about it. I feel weird.
Yes.
Ugh.
Well, no, you were really honest. He's like, I don't know if you should bring the baby. I'm really not a baby person. I'm like, she's really chill. It's all
And
good.
she was so cute.
She was.
Yeah,
And
she
was
ordered
playing
a
with
gin
him.
and tonic.
You took her to the Abbey.
Yeah.
I don't
Right.
think that's like...
Yeah. She was like, all right, let's talk. You're going to like me, and here's why. She wasn't smoking, though. That's bad.
Yeah.
Don't send hate emails.
Okay.
But like JC, from being on Big Brother, so many people on social media were looking for your reactions, and I know you were part of controversy, which we're going to talk about. But how do you know when to share? Because I know you've had some ups and downs from the show, like emotionally, just like working through. You just went on a massive trip. How do you know when to stop sharing or to share enough? Like from the two of you, I don't know if you guys are dating. I don't know if you've had a bad day. I don't know what you eat. If you eat, I don't know if you guys eat, to be honest.
I know I was going to say, Slim Trimmins over here.
Yeah, I was like, "Grr."
Actually, like, I don't really like to be on social media that much. People who follow me can tell that I haven't been doing the live thingy for over a month. I've gotten some offers to do ads and stuff, and it's easy money, but I just don't want that. I want to be able to have my private life, and I know how important that is, and I don't want to jeopardize it, you know? And we're in this world that is just so easy to lose all your privacy, everything, and then you belong to work.
It does, yeah, you kind of sign up for it.
Exactly. So I want to be able, right now that I'm on the earliest stages, to separate it. You know what I'm saying?
That's interesting.
So I go online, like you say, I do exactly the same. I record a video, I like this one, whatever, and then one day I put everything I need right there. And then I take 1 week, and they don't need to know anything about JC in 1 week. Nothing at all.
I'm kind of with him. I do the same thing. Like, I go quiet for 72 hours and get back on.
I want to be able to have my life still. I don't want to.
But that is part of the business. Like you said, people pay you for this. That is income coming in. But I do the same. I'll do like 5 posts that I know, so that for a week I cannot shave.
Right.
Or,
and
well, I mean, you know.
No, I'm with you. Like, I'm like, oh, I didn't get lash filled today. Okay, I'm no videos all week, no lash extensions.
But
you know?
people don't know when you're posting. But
exactly.
then you have friends like, if you say, you know what, guys, I can't just make it tonight. I'm really tired. I need a bed night.
Right.
But then you post something the next day like, well, you were out with so and so, and I was like, really?
Yeah, you're like,
look at
it's
the
not
timestamp. It was Carol Channing, and she's been dead for 3 months.
No, you're 100%. Even my parents are like, I tried to call you. I saw you on your Instagram stories. I'm like, first off, I wasn't on my Instagram stories, but my stuff was posted this morning, and now you guys think I'm not answering you. No, actually, I'm in bed, and I posted those from before. So I think it's interesting that you talk about that, because I think a lot of people feel like everything is so real. Like, it's that minute, it's happening that second. It could be 2 in the morning.
Because people want to live with you that way.
Correct, they do.
And we lived with you in Big Brother.
Yeah.
Well, see, and I think I've gotten kind of the best mentor in the business with having Lisa as my partner.
Yeah.
And,
I know,
you know,
Lisa.
She does a good job of sharing, not sharing.
Well, she always says, you know, live your life truthfully, because you have too much going on to have too many lies or to lie. And so what I do is I just try and keep going at the same pace and just one step forward. And then if someone catches it, they catch it. If they don't, then there'll be something else. I mean, we have 500 dogs in China. There's a lot of, you know, photographic evidence. So.
No, yeah. I mean, Lisa's the queen. I've styled her many times. I work with her and Patrick. By the way, Patrick says hello to both of you.
Hey, Patrick.
He's watching.
Hi, Patrick.
He unfollowed me on Instagram.
Okay, so ready for private life? Sorry,
How
Patrick.
do you even know that? How do you know when people follow you?
Oh, girl. I'm in attention. I'm like, what?
Okay, wait.
I
so
don't
that
know.
goes on.
You still haven't accepted my friendship request on Facebook, by the way.
Oh, God,
okay,
I don't even look at Facebook.
I have to tell you something. Going back to what he was saying with the private, Patrick is like that. Like, if he feels like he's sharing too much, which I love him to death, but he does.
He's very
like, I worked with him for years with Lisa and many other people, so I feel like him and I have that, you know, from the beginning, so he's not afraid to share, but he's like that. Like, he'll tell you that. So it's a perfect example of what you're talking about, but I love Lisa. She has told me the same thing, and she is the queen with that, and she knows how to rock it.
Well, and like a celebrity looking at like Patrick, who does makeup for half of the Bravo celebrities, and then you styling them, you see them at their most naked, literally. And emotionally.
Absolutely.
The last thing
Most
they want is
vulnerable.
somebody that's like, let's face it, from Bravo TV, even Big Brother people, they become like so fame hungry. Like, if somebody's in the corner, like, oh, here I am hanging out with Lady Gaga, it's like, that's a Lady Gaga poster in the back. No, you're not. Like, calm down.
It might be a cutout.
It might be a
That's
cutout.
exactly it.
Right.
But people get so fame hungry at the sake of their job. Your job is a stylist first, a makeup artist first, to run
Exactly.
to win Big Brother.
100%.
I mean, and you're like into fitness and powerlifting, like you're focused, and you're traveling around the world, appearing at clubs and night events. Like, you have to be laser focused on your career, number one.
Exactly. That's exactly what I want to do. I want to focus on my career. I have so many projects coming up, so many in talks, so many in about, like, I don't know, signing and meetings and stuff. So I want to focus on that part. If I get like 1 extra follower on, I don't know, Instagram, Facebook, or whatever, it's gonna be because they're seeing me for what I'm doing.
Yeah.
It's not because I'm like just there like live all the time. I mean, people who follow me on Instagram, look for the last time I was live. I don't even remember. I think it was last year, honestly. And I see so many people always there. They're working out of social media. I don't want social media to be my career. Like, let's make this clear.
Yeah.
And for some people works. For some people works. I maybe at some point I will open up a little bit more. Right now I want to be able to do more. because I know I can. In my case.
That's such a positive outlook, I
Yeah.
have to
That's
say.
great.
I know.
Because people that come from reality
Impressive.
TV, like we all know reality TV people, some people last after the bubble of their show has popped, and some people don't. But the wrong kind of energy, it comes across insincere.
Yeah.
They just
Right.
come off a reality show,
It's not
and they're like,
authentic.
look at me,
Right.
look at me, look at me. And it's like, well, that's not who you are. So I applaud you
I
coming
do
off
too.
of Big Brother.
It's a lot.
Such a big season, especially for you. You got a lot of press, good and bad. But for coming off and not trying to monopolize that so much that it ruins who you are. Very good. Victor Mascaro says, JC, you're awesome.
No, thank you.
Victor, are you single?
Oh.
Are you single? I got this question so many times.
I am single.
Oh, my
I plan,
Put it out there.
and I plan to stay
Oh.
single, okay?
Well, there goes half our list.
I know.
Thank you.
It's like, well,
Thanks,
they all
JC.
just click.
Can I just share a really weird story? And don't think I'm a weirdo. I had a dream about JC, and I have never
Oh,
met
you're
JC.
dreaming about him now.
He's dreaming about me.
Oh.
What's going on right now?
And
What's
I-
going on, Alexander?
And this
Why
is-
are you dreaming about me?
This is 100% true because I even texted my mom and told her. I told Sherman.
You're getting a little blush in the face.
Yeah, yeah.
All right.
I had never met
I'm
JC.
getting red right now.
We have never done an event together, whatever. I had a dream about JC, and he was in his underwear because
Oh, a
wait a
sexual
minute,
dream.
because a lot of his pictures, he's in his
Sure.
underwear. He's showing off his physique.
Okay.
Then 2 days later, Sherman Davis from Debonair Talent texted me and says, "Hey, what about can I bring JC on the radio show?"
Stop
This was
it.
2 days after the dream.
He had a vision
How
of
It
weird
was
is
a
that?
sign. Something
I had
was
no,
about to
like-
happen.
Yeah.
God.
OMG.
I had a dream about you too, Ali, but we were shopping.
Oh, well, I mean, that sounds fabulous.
And I won't tell you what we were doing. I just said I'm not going to tell you what we were doing. It's not appropriate.
Oh, save that for later.
Carrie Ann Brosnan says hello to us all. Hello.
Hi.
Hey, girl. Okay, so you're going to take us. The Oscars just happened. I don't even want to go through the ceremony because, like I said,
I'm with you.
but I want you to take us through some of the outfits that stood out for you. This is what you've done this column for many magazines, your best and worst dress list. You've dressed some of the best dressed. You've never been on the worst dress
I have
list.
no.
Thank
I'm
God.
very proud of myself for that.
Thank
Well,
goodness.
Yeah,
Right?
thank goodness. But your work is so eclectic. You've done everything from like Coachella Valley festival looks to like very on the edge looks. Okay, so walk us through the first one that we have on the list. Go back one, Kurt. No, back.
Are you trying to set me up?
Lady Gaga. Gaga. Oh, Kurt straight. He doesn't know who that is. Okay. Now, just before, so let's give our thumbs up or thumbs down.
Up, definitely.
I just
all
want
you
the
guys have
diamond.
thumbs
I
up
just
and
want the
I'm
diamond
Gaga.
necklace.
Okay, Ali,
looks
give us
amazing.
your take. What list did she end up on for you?
So for me, she ended up on Best Dressed. And I just loved how classic Lady Gaga was, from her makeup and hair to the gorgeous, elegant, long sleeve gloves, beautiful black dress. It was just super simple and tasteful. And I like that. I think she wasn't sure if she would win at all, and I think she felt like, hey, I should kind of keep it simple, not go too crazy. But she did bring it with the jewels, which I love. She really
Her
brought
jewels
it
were
with
I'm
fabulous.
like seeing
Beyond
Grace
bling.
Kelly, like old Hollywood.
Yes,
I really like that.
I love the bling that she did to add it in, but I just love that like old classic Hollywood. I feel like so many times now people are afraid to go back to that, and they just want to like go above and beyond, but in the wrong direction. And so I just appreciated that Gaga kind of kept it classic.
Well, think about comparatively speaking to the meat dress. I mean, I think this is a
Oh,
huge
absolutely.
She's done with
improvement
that.
to
She
what-
did
Yes.
that, and she's done with it. The only thing, because I loved what
Yeah,
you said. I
tell me.
love sleek and classic. The
I'm
Oscars
surprised you
used
gave
to
it
be.
thumbs down. Okay,
Well,
tell
because
me.
here's why. Because the Oscars are so elevated, and we've forgotten. We don't need fart jokes at the Oscars. We don't need Trump jokes at the Oscars.
Right.
It's not about that. It's about classic Hollywood.
Yes.
It's about the hard work, and it's about the
about the
legacy
art, the legacy,
that every
yeah.
actor from Grace Kelly, from Charlie Chaplin has set for us.
Sure.
And we're going to diminish it by being so like casual. No. But then she did that weird bump on it.
Okay.
And I didn't like that. It ruined the whole form of the dress to me. And then that was the only thing. It was like Gaga, but then that bump. It's like she's auditioning for the evil stepsister in Cinderella. Like, it just that
But
doesn't
my
look
thing is,
attractive
at
to
least
me.
she wasn't being a clown with like freaking like money or tapes or I don't know. At least it looked like kind of decent. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like what
no,
she's used
I
to
get
like.
it. It's just that one little element. I just
I know
didn't
what you're
understand.
saying. It's funny you
It
said
ruined the
that
whole
because
thing.
I did catch that, but I kind of, going back to her doing the meat and the this and that, I kind of wonder if that was her little punch to her
It
look.
was very little, but it's
that,
like,
girl,
we need some Weight Watchers over here. And JC, she was a clown. Did you see her drool all over Bradley Cooper?
I was gonna
While
say.
his girlfriend is there like this.
Yep. Which, I mean, I
Wait,
heard
he
that
has a
she's
girlfriend?
Yes.
Like no ex-girlfriend?
Yeah, but did you see them on stage?
They're definitely having sex.
Oh, yes.
Oh, my God. Those looks. No. I'm sorry, Gaga. But if you're listening, you're having sex with.
And JC, she kisses him when he's awake.
Oh! Can we not? Can we not? It's been almost a year now.
Oh, no.
It's fresh in my mind. I'm just teasing. If those of you that don't know what I'm talking about, just Google JC Big Brother. Yes.
Do not Google my name.
All of a sudden, all the hits just go up.
Yes, and you'll see him in underwear. Okay,
we have that in common.
Here we go. So we have Brie Larson here. Okay, you guys, thumbs up or thumbs down?
Can I do like a side?
Yeah.
Okay. I had thumbs up.
Yeah, so did I.
John was the only one that
John was like wishy-washy.
I just feel like it's the Grammys. I don't think that's Oscars.
Oh, that's a really good point.
Okay. I could.
I would wear that to the Grammys. I mean, granted, I would love to
wait.
I actually believe 1,000% you would wear that to the Grammys.
I mean, look at your shoulder pads. You got everything going on.
Yes.
You rock it. You do it.
Definitely.
You said it, so it shall be done.
That's right.
Next year when you go to the Grammys, you better be in that dress.
That's right. You better call me.
Deal.
Yeah. I think you would show more leg though.
No, but I get what you're saying as far as the Grammy situation is concerned, but again, I love this like old classic feel, but still had a little bit of, glitz and glam, brought that shine, and I mean, I just think she's freaking gorgeous.
She is beautiful.
I mean,
hands down.
Put a paper bag on her and she looks good. Like, the stylists don't even get credit because it's like, look at her. You know what I mean? Like.
Well, and we have to realize that she was a presenter.
Yes.
She wasn't up.
Correct.
If it was up, maybe that would be different. But I think she was saying, I respect the nominees.
Yes.
Let them have their moment.
Nice.
I'm going to look classy and great. Although, a blast from the past, Heather Locklear wore the same dress in red. The neckline was a little bit different, but that was like in the early 80s. So it's kind of retro.
Yeah, absolutely. A little vintage, a little retro.
Yeah. Okay, next. Next we have J-Lo.
Oh, hello. Yes, queen.
Thumbs up or thumbs down?
I mean, like, is that really?
Okay, all of them are thumbs up except me, thumbs down. What is wrong with me?
I am like jaw dropping. J-Lo?
Yeah.
Really?
What were you expecting her to wear?
To like come down and
believe me, you know how many lightnings has stricken me?
Wait, I'm gonna talk after you. Tell me why this is a thumbs down. I'm like, I'm having a fashion heart attack right now.
Just like John said, I think about the other dress, I think this is wildly inappropriate for the Oscars.
Okay.
The fact that when she was on camera, it was reflecting so much light on the cameras. She knew she was going to be on stage. She knew all of that lighting was going to be, and she chose the most reflective dresses made out of broken up CDs from her past albums. It's like a lot of busy work.
J-Lo wanting the spotlight?
I was going to
can't
say,
imagine.
but that's exactly what I was going to say.
Guys, I love J-Lo more than anybody else. Well, not more than anybody. Let's be honest. I love J-Lo because, I'm gay. But she's never going to be up for an Oscar. Sorry.
No,
and she's dressing
not.
like she was.
Okay.
What about if she sings? What about her music?
I totally.
Don't give her she's not going to win.
No, I totally agree
Oscar
with
for
you
best
in that. I totally agree with you in that respect. But like you just said, John, like she doesn't care. Like she's gonna shine no matter where she is.
I think it's not showing respect for everybody else and the Oscars.
Sorry, shade to J-Lo. When does she ever show respect? She always shows up rocking it. Like always. Like she goes
was
above
P.
and
Diddy's
beyond.
date like 40 years ago with that dress.
Yeah,
that
like
came
she's
out.
always
remember
like,
that.
yeah,
She was a
skin
guest.
Right.
That's one of the reasons why she's famous. I don't know if that was the Oscars
Which
or
it
not.
worked.
But when I think about J-Lo, I remember her with P. Diddy in that little dress.
Right.
But you love everything Miami related.
Yeah, well,
Miami's
Miami's another country. Miami's another country.
Actually, Miami is another country. Like, I think you should have to get a passport just to be allowed in Miami.
I completely agree.
Last thing you want is like some person that can't handle their alcohol to be like, I'm clubbing in Miami, but okay, that was a miss for me. Just to be honest.
Fair enough.
And I think the decoration of the dress, I needed a slit. I needed to see more body. It's kind of cutting her off. It looks like Captain EO. Oh. You guys are too young to even know what Captain EO is.
I vaguely know. But I was going to say, like going back to what you were just saying with the whole respect thing, maybe that's why she didn't have a full slit and the whole thing hanging out. Because it was like, oh, well, I'm going to shine, but I'm just not going to let my hoo-ha hang out.
I think she was just having a saggy day. She's like, covered up, covered up. Kurt, you know what Captain EO is?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, she's. I mean, she's not old. I don't want to say that word, but she's like my mom's age. How old is J-Lo? I'm pretty sure she's my mom's age.
She's 40.
I was going to say
43.
No way.
mid-40s?
She's like 47, 48.
Oh, really?
Oh,
I'm
calling out
because
J-Lo.
3 years.
Such fan you are. Okay. Rachel Villera says hello. Marianne B. Young and Ellen Riddle say hello. Hola.
Hello.
Hello.
Hola, ¿cómo estás?
What?
Okay, next outfit. Okay, this is going to be a fun one.
Oh, here we go.
Okay, guys, thumbs up or thumbs down? Oh. Yes. Oh my
come
God!
on.
So the three boys
I
are
see
thumbs
that.
down and Ali is thumbs up.
Yeah.
Okay, Charlize Theron, the most beautiful woman with a classic beauty to have graced screen, TV, whatever.
Whatever.
Give us your take on this outfit and why you love it.
Okay, so yeah, she is obviously gorgeous. I love the color. The color is super on trend right now. I love that she did something that was a little bit more covered up because it is Oscars. I like that she wasn't, to me, she's a classic. She doesn't do well. When I see looks of her that have a lot of skin, I don't feel like it does her justice. I actually feel like then the dress wears her more because she doesn't have that persona necessarily to carry that. So I like when she does something a little bit more classic. She has a little bit more going on with the shoulders, and she's just kind of statuesque in my mind.
I do see statuesque. That's
But she always is
see.
like, oh my God.
Oh my goodness.
I got my
look,
Vanderpump.
Are you drunk, Alexander?
No, I'm not. I'm just
Wait
mixing
to
it.
like really promo there, okay?
Yeah, sorry.
I see you.
That never has happened in the whole history of me being on the air, by the way.
You got real excited about it.
She's in whatever she wears. She could wear a rocker T-shirt that's shoulder off and jeans, and she would still look statuesque. I've had the benefit of meeting her a few times, and just like she doesn't have to try at all.
I know she doesn't.
But this dress looks like she's a nun heading out to the club. She's going to the Abbey as a nun in this.
What
it's like
nun
Mother
have you
Superior.
met?
It's like Mother Superior. Like this would be Dolce & Gabbana's version of a habit.
But imagine it with a V-neck line with a little bit of a slit.
Done.
The whole
It
thing
would-
changes.
Done.
It does change.
You
But
know?
like, look
And
at
now
I
we're
love the
designers.
train.
Yeah.
And I was like, I like that you two are now the
Oh, and I was like,
designers.
her industry.
yeah,
Like, no,
yeah,
no, girl,
right,
I'll tell you.
Okay. And
Let us
the
describe what we would like to see.
the train is beautiful. What's wrong with the train?
I love a good train.
Okay.
Especially if it's going to Napa Valley. Okay, let's go to the next one. Gemma Chan. Okay, what do you guys think? Thumbs up or thumbs down?
I'm like in the middle. I remember I told you I have a love-hate
Yeah,
with this.
yeah. Okay, so John is the only
Okay, well,
affirmative. thumbs up and the rest
okay,
is-
so I go to
Explain.
China once a month.
Sure.
And so I'm obsessed with Crazy Rich Asians.
Uh-huh.
And so
Okay.
anything that she does, I think is gold. So I think she could go in like basically what she came in and it would look great.
I think she made that before she
I know.
came
I
in.
know.
So
It looks like a quinceañera went wrong.
it just kind of looks like it looks like she took curtains, like hot pink curtains off, like look like your backdrop. But took
Yeah.
the curtains
No,
and threw them on a
definitely not.
dress.
Don't
Like,
insult these curtains.
Well, we'll turn them into a dress later, and I'll let you know.
Yeah.
But
Scarlett
yeah,
O'Hara.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
I like the where she was trying to go with it. Like that's why I kind of have this love-hate. I don't mind like the way it like lays on her per se, how it's walking because it's very Oscars in that sense. But I just didn't like how it overpowered her. I didn't like how the fabric actually looks like it should be.
Fabric looks awful.
Yeah, like the fabric should be changed completely. Like there was just so many things I looked at with this, and I was like, I want to like it, but I just can't like it.
And if it was seamless from the bodice part down to the feet, if that was a seamless without
Yes.
these weird pleats,
Totally.
it just looks cheap.
bodice.
It looks like a tablecloth.
I
that she
literally
cut
just said
over.
curtains.
Yeah,
Like it
yeah,
really
yeah.
does,
Okay, let's skip Aquafina. Let's go to Maya Rudolph.
Oh God.
Yeah, okay. Thumbs up or thumbs down? Yeah, okay, we're all thumbs down. Sorry, Maya.
I mean, like
That. I mean,
it
those are
looks like
curtains.
curtains. Maybe your grandmother's couch.
I was
got put
about
on
to
it.
say
I
that. It
mean,
looks like my grandma's couch.
Right?
You know,
She
she's
just-
like
she
this
just-
Latino lady with like a lot of
Yeah,
colors.
yeah.
And like,
Hashtag flip
Every
cover.
Latino has a grandma with a sofa.
yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Seriously,
I don't
I'm,
know.
Plastic
I'm
cover.
not. Yeah.
That's very
Exactly.
Miami couch.
Yes.
Yeah,
but
I'm not
he's right
even
with the
Latina,
plastic. It's
and,
like,
and my
I'm
grandma
sticking.
had that kind of couch. Like it's no.
Okay, so as a stylist,
Yes.
how does this happen? Oh, and Sandra JC says you are correct. J-Lo is 49 years old.
Wow.
You're welcome.
Okay,
Wow,
yeah.
way to know.
So, but as a stylist, how does this happen? How does somebody let their client walk down the runway like this? Or is this a joke? Is she laughing at us?
I mean, there's a lot of different factors, obviously, when it comes to getting, you know, these celebrities ready for these big events. There's many cooks. Like, I can even say there's been times where I've dressed a client and I've left and the manager's called me and go, oh, we're not going to do that dress. We're going to do the other one. And I'm like, whoa, what's happening? And
That is
like,
rude.
Isn't it? You have no idea. I've had many fashion heart attacks.
This is my opinion. I don't know if I'm
Yes,
right or wrong.
sure.
I'm very new in this environment.
But I love that because with a fresh opinion,
right.
But
Seriously.
I
You're
feel
green.
that they do it on purpose because they know people are gonna be talking about them, and that's exactly what they want. Here in Hollywood, everyone wants to be talked about. Doesn't matter if we kiss some armpit.
Oh!
It wasn't an armpit.
Oh.
Yeah,
sorry.
it's a joke.
No,
This was a bad joke. Because it wasn't an armpit, it was a fucking shoulder.
Oh.
Oh, it's so different.
I know, right?
Already cousin.
A body part's a body part.
Okay, no, I like your like little fresh take on it. There
Yeah.
are some people who definitely go for that. Honestly, hate to say it, I don't think she was doing that. I really think she
Yeah, I
thought,
think you're
oh,
right.
this looks like really pretty and flouncy on me. No, it does not.
What do you mean? She looks exactly like a couch. Oh, look, I look so pretty and fancy. No,
yeah,
no,
hashtag
no.
slipcover. Like, no.
But if somebody was, I mean, her personality, she was so funny at
Yes.
the Oscars. You're like, okay, fine. And Maya Rudolph, I'm so body positive.
Right.
But she has gained some normal weight.
Of
She's
course.
like, I don't need to do this anymore. I'm not on TV every week, and this is who I am. So why don't you embrace it? I think she's trying to hide that fact.
I
and
agree.
She should embrace
She's got
it.
so much fabric going on because she maybe does want to cover up some insecurities. And listen, they all have them, and I get it, so
Yes.
do we. But it's like when you
Everybody
exactly everybody. But it's like I tell my clients this all the time when they want to wear something and it's too much fabric. I'm like, you're just drawing attention to every part of you that you don't want people to pay attention to. Like if you just go a little bit more tailored without going skin tight, it's a world of difference.
I used to wear in high school. I used to wear like 3 sweatshirts
the
and whatever,
photos,
and I'd be
where are
like,
the photos?
no, stricken by the governor of California. Thank you, governor. But it's like I thought it was hiding, and it was just making me look so much heavier. Oh, you're a stylist.
Yeah,
you know.
no, I know. I have this fight with so many. Like, okay, like Lisa Vanderpump is the queen. When I dressed her, I had to convince her, love her to death, and she looks amazing in everything. But she, of course, being older, is a little self-conscious, as again we all are. And I wanted to get her into this jumpsuit, and she was like, you know, her gracious self, no, darling, I don't think it'll look great.
Yeah.
And then she ended up wearing it for Daily Mail, and she got best dressed everywhere. Everyone wrote about her, you know, her curves and her look and her this and that. And I'm like, I knew you could rock it, but it was like for her, because it was a little bit out of her comfort zone, it was like too much. And that's just like one example of all the celebrities I deal with, you know, on a daily basis.
And then she ended up loving the jumpsuits.
Correct. Now she always
stuff,
wears
and now
jumpsuits,
she
which I
loves
love.
it,
I'm
so
like,
it's great.
I started
And
that
then
with
Lisa
you,
Rinna's
Lisa.
like, let me wear one. No,
Yeah,
girl.
no, girl.
We already did it.
Yeah,
Thanks.
exactly.
We
Moving
got
on.
Thanks, Lips. I'm just kidding. I love you, Lisa. Allegedly. All right, so that is our best and worst take. And gentlemen, you did very, very,
I had
very
to also
well.
real quick on the note of like Maya and some of the others. Why was there like a hot pink explosion at the Oscars this year? I was not down for that. Like
There was a lot of pink. Like this is
but, like,
Linda.
Please don't talk negatively about Pink.
Yep.
Sorry.
No, I'm
it's
just,
not-
I'm just kidding.
I mean, I was like, oh my.
No, I'm just
Okay, you
kidding.
know what? Not pink.
Lisa Vanderpump is like,
Yeah, I
Dilly,
know, right?
I'm friends, sweetie. Dorit's like,
My number
can you
just came out
text
of
me?
her phone.
Wait, does that say Vanderpump?
Yeah,
Yes.
Vanderpump Dog.
Oh, my.
You guys, it's my own pen that was
Yeah.
given to me. Not stolen, given to me.
Given. No.
Poor
Okay,
John has like a big
your
roller
pink,
over
listen,
there.
I've got pink nails. I gotta redeem myself
Yes,
here.
yeah, yeah.
I
Totally
got pink
kidding.
lips.
I'm
No, you're
totally
good.
kidding.
I love pink, but like for the Oscars, I was just like, first off, it's not even like that trendy of a color if you're gonna go on trend. And second off, why did it look like a Pepto-Bismol commercial, half of them?
The shade of pink I was not a fan of,
Yeah,
especially on
no.
camera. We know how colors. But then you
Right.
had the other opposite with Jason Momoa wearing
Right,
pink.
yes.
And it looked like such a faded,
I
weird pink. And it didn't
know.
fit him well.
I know.
How does he not look good in close? That was his first time.
I know.
I think what it was because we saw a lot of color from the men. I think we're celebrating where men are embracing their feminine side.
Yeah.
And that there is no, if a man wants to wear lace or
Right.
a colored tuxedo or whatever.
Whatever.
And I think women were playing with that
Right.
color scheme too.
And I'm
It's like,
all for that. Like, I love color. As I'm wearing black. But I usually wear color, as you know me. And
I
like,
never do because highlights. Don't need a highlighter.
But I love color, but I just felt like it was just too much this year. I was just, honestly,
Really?
overall, I was just not impressed with the Oscars this year. I was kind of bummed. From
Yeah,
the ceremony
outfits
to
were
the
boring.
outfits.
Like this is the most we have to talk about
Yeah.
it. It was boring.
Right. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like past years, like, even you and I've talked about it, it's like you keep breaking it down. This, I'm like, oh, we're moving on, next topic. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
know? Yeah.
That's how I felt all the Oscars were. It was like,
Wasn't this year all the drama with this guy, the host? What's his name?
Kevin Hart?
Yeah, and then like no host and all that, blah blah blah.
And why is Kevin Hart on every Pandora?
I know.
I bought the goddamn, gosh darn, monthly, whatever, just so I don't have to hear ads with his annoying voice.
Oh, nice.
Annoying voice. Kettle. I hate men with annoying voices.
What are you talking about?
Okay, all right, let's get the show on the road. You guys, we are talking in depth with two of your favorite, sexiest men. First, real fast, let's thank our sponsors that make this possible. Big shout out to Vista Grande Resort, an oasis in the oasis of Palm Springs. 29 rooms over an acre of land with rooms ranging from 250 square feet to the luxurious full apartment that I stay in when I visit. 2 pools, a lagoon, I did say lagoon, and a waterfall. Breakfast, lunch, and even dinners provided in this amazing resort.
Yes, please.
There's even a steam room where you can get to know your fellow guests. Go to VistaGrandeResort.com and book your stay. You can check out my written review of Vista Grande Resort, now in Bear World Magazine, came out today. Also, do you know your bare worth? Using apparel as a tool to lift your spirits and build confidence, they offer tons of clothing, accessories, backpacks, even pillows and towels for men of every shape and size. Visit them at bearworth.com. Let me formally introduce our cast today. I know you've been waiting for us to get in depth, and you guys, we're going to talk about everything. We're talking serious, we're talking fun, and we're going to spill some tea. JC, how do you pronounce your last name again?
Mounduix.
Mounduix.
You had a dream about him. You can't remember his last
Right?
name.
I wasn't looking at his last name. That's Mounduix. I mean,
Correct.
that's Mounduix.
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 Mounduix. Whatever makes you happy.
That makes me. Can you just
Don't go there.
Let me don't go there. I don't know what kind of show I am right now.
I don't either. I've been doing this for 4 years. JC is small size, but a big firecracker from firecracker.
We know where your mind was just at, okay?
From sexy Miami, where he graduated college, earning an international business degree and a minor in international relations. He comes from an over-the-top Hispanic family, that encouraged him to do everything and let nothing stop him to pursue his goals. To one's surprise, although he is a small package, he packs a powerful punch with his muscles, which we've seen a lot of on Instagram. He holds 4 national records in powerlifting, which is amazing.
Damn.
He's a certified personal trainer and has enjoyed an extensive career in modeling. He danced for a company where he got to travel literally around the world before he moved to LA. He also knows how to use his brain and was a certified as a pharmacy technician. God, I wish I knew you then. I'd have been like, poor few little extras on that. He also worked as an event planner until life took a drastic change when he got picked to be part of the TV show, just a small TV show, Big Brother Season 20, by the way, where he made it to the top 3, which is one of the hardest things to do. And of course, the rest is history. He has arrived and is giving Hollywood and West Hollywood all he has to offer. I know, girl, I heard.
Oh.
Please welcome for your first time on the Rocks, JC Mounduix.
Let me drink.
Also join us, Doctor's the doctor in the house. There is Dr. John Sessa. I have to, every time I say doctor, I have to be serious.
I see that.
Graduated with a Bachelor of Arts degree from Wabash College?
Wabash, yeah.
Wabash College. That's how much college I had. Majoring in Spanish and International Business. You guys have that in common. Also received a Master of Business Administration from South University and graduated with a 3.9 GPA. Why not 4 point? Why not?
Damn.
I got a B minus.
Oh.
That would upset me so much.
B
I was
Serious, but you can see
It
it
was
still
so
does.
upsetting.
What was the subject?
International law.
Oh, when are you going to use that?
Are you serious?
Yeah.
That
it
was the
so-
easiest one.
Oh, wow.
Maybe you can tutor him if he takes that. With a doctorate of business administration, concentrated in international business and global financing from Argosy University.
Wow.
He worked as the head of in-house PR and marketing for Rockin' Republic, love Rockin' Republic, being fluent in English, Spanish, and Italian. He was an integral part of the company's very successful global marketing launch of their jeans and accessories. Wish I could fit into them. Dr. Sessa continued his work, experiencing his experience by joining Elite International Partners, a venture capital firm with global projects. There he took a very active role as a business and marketing analyst, working directly with the founder of the company. Whew, I'm exhausted just reading that. That's not even
That's
like,
your work workout for tonight, right?
Yeah. He's worked in a variety of industries, including oil and gas, aerospace, real estate development, and biotech. For 3 years, he operated as the controller of Eco Ventures Group, a renewable energy company focused on producing alternative forms of energy to service the growing global demand. What global warming? I don't know. He currently owns and operates his own business development consulting company with over 10 years' experience in developing policy and marketing procedures according to defined business frameworks. I sound so smart when I
really do.
Yeah, I'm going to incorporate this into my own resume. See if anybody notices.
Shorten this.
Yes. He founded Organics of Chicago, organicsofchicago.org, a nonprofit that works with growing healthy neighborhoods, lives, and lifestyles through the best of green innovation and social responsibility. He's also the founder of StopYulinForever.org, a nonprofit organization whose mission is to raise awareness and end the Yulin Dog Meat Festival forever in China, which is a huge undertaking because that's that's huge. And we're going to talk about the success this has already had. Currently, he is the executive director of the Vanderpump Dog Foundation and co-founder of Vanderpump Pets with Lisa Vanderpump and Ken Todd, and has released his documentary, The Road to Yulin, which is also his directorial, writing, and producing debut.
Wow.
He's also a published author because who needs to sleep? Please welcome Dr. John Sessa.
Thank you. Oh, I love that. I feel like I should go with that little noise everywhere I go.
I pay Kurt just to follow me. Yeah, I walk into the Abbey and there's applause, and it's like, oh, okay, still going home alone.
Shh, don't admit that.
Yeah. Well, I like my own space. I don't like to share beds with somebody that might attack me in the middle of the night.
I need to get to the bottom of this, I think.
Okay, so I just have to tell our viewers and listeners, because it's kind of an inside joke. On Big Brother, JC spent time in the bed of a gentleman, cuddling, just, like bros do. Bro. And he was having a... You explain it.
He's probably watching right now because he's my biggest fan. Okay, so, yeah, in the... When you are in Big Brother, it's hard to explain because you're like locked in there. You have like no TV, nothing else to do, but just like
no cell phones, no tablets,
nothing.
Stripped?
Yeah, just cuddle.
No, not even the yard, not even the sun, nothing. Mm-hmm. It's like literally like being in prison.
Play with your psyche, though.
I know. After Big Brother, I've been kind of crazy. I don't think I've.
Oh yeah, I don't think Big Brother.
I don't know if it was Big
I
Brother. I think it might have been a little before that.
All right, so
let
me. I mean, I've talked about this so many times and so many.
But you've always been very serious about it. We're just having fun because we know.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, like I have my friends there, and sometimes it was really hard to be there. Joke aside, it was really hard. It was really, really hard to be there. We would be having nightmares. I couldn't sleep so many times, and I was getting sick. And I had my friends all over me, like petting my head or like telling me, "Hey, are you okay?" Because it was really hard. I can't even explain how hard it was. And that night, I had the cameras on me, and my friend, he was there. He was there. He was having some kind of nightmare, and he used to put something to cover his eyes, and that thing fell, and he was like kind of like moving or something and talking some gibberish or whatever. And I woke up in the middle of the night like I would do to my mom, to my dog, to my I don't know. And I told him, "Hey, babes, are you okay?" So I put the thing down. I gave him a kiss in the shoulder, and I went back to sleep just to let him know that he was okay. Oh my gosh. Everyone took it completely out of control. I was on Fox News, CNN, all over. I'm telling you, mainstream media. Like, that was the craziest thing ever.
Now, did you know
God.
Did you know it was such a big thing? Because you were cut off
I had no idea. That was the night that everything just happened like that.
What was everyone saying?
Nothing, because it was
crazy.
It
they
was
were accusing you of sexual assault. They wanted you fired.
No, but when you are in the show, no one really talks about. I mean, no one tells you anything. You're there like. You don't see TV, you don't watch news, nothing.
Right.
So for me it was like any other day. I have my friends out there, they all know me. Like I'm just like that. I'm just friendly or whatever. It doesn't mean anything like bad or anything like that. So when I got out of the show 99 days after, I met with the publicist from CBS, the channel, and they're like, "Well, I have to see because I have to tell you a few things." A few things, my ass. Yeah. That was so many things.
They wanted you cut from the show.
It was like a huge thing, and I'm friends with him. He lives right here in LA. We're like really.
You guys have been to Disneyland. We have pictures of you guys.
Oh yeah, we go to the parks together. His birthday was on the 18th, but I was outside the country, so we were just texting about like something that I'm gonna get him for his birthday. We're like friends. We're literally friends. And then this thing got so out of proportion, and it just tells you how out there how much time people have in their hands. I mean, let them be happy. Let them be happy, okay? That was their 5 minutes of like, cha-cha-cha, let's fuck JC, blah, blah, blah. And now it's over, and I'm doing so great, and he's doing way better also. And we are like really good friends. And that's the only thing I have to say. Only positive things about everyone in that group of cast members from Big Brother 20.
Well, that's good. But Big Brother has become a cult unto its own, where viewers literally feel that they're in the house.
Yeah.
They also feel that they can say anything they want, and these are people put in the extremes. Like I said, I don't like a lot of people, and that sounds so wrong. I love people, but I don't like this, and I need my personal space. Not only did you guys have to share a bathroom, but you had to sleep almost like dorm room style.
Oh yeah, I mean they gave you 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 beds. And they have not room for 16 people.
Yeah.
So, you know, like when I walked in that house on day 1, those were strangers. When I got out of the house on day 99, those are like family members.
Yeah, you spend that much time
I've had experiences with those people, and I exchange ideas and conversations that I haven't had with members of my family. Because these days, right now, the only thing that we do is just being on our phone or being online, and we don't really give that much attention to like the social life, you know. And that there like kind of like changed my mind. I check on those people when I go back from my I was out of the country for almost 10 days. And when I go back, I was just checking all of them. What's going on? Is everything okay? Is this person fucking this person? that was, you know, like we're family, we're brothers, sisters right now. And
it's like summer camp.
It really throws me off that I didn't know the show before going in there. I didn't know we had some crazy fans that would take things out of control. And hopefully, you know, Big Brother 21 is coming now. And hopefully they move to Big Brother 21 and leave us alone.
I would say enjoy, because you have explained yourself, and fans love you. P.S. Marissa Machado says, hello, JC.
Oh, hello back.
Let's take a little peek. Not only did you have to deal with that, but you literally didn't get any privacy, even from the voice of the house. Let's take a little peek, JC, on Big Brother.
JC. Please conserve water.
Okay, what's Jay?
He's like trying to take a shower.
Because we had this voice telling us all the time what to do.
Oh my god.
JC, I'm gonna say Bob. Look how many views that shit has. I hate it. That tells me all the time what to do.
JC, please stop singing.
Thank you, Bob. JC, do this.
No napping, house guests.
No.
Shut up, Bob. We're trying
My
to
hair.
rap.
JC, stop breathing.
I don't think so.
I'm not kidding you, Bob.
Bob is the most annoying person in the whole world.
Okay.
Bob is the voice. I was the first. I was the first house guest in 20 years, because the show has been on for 20 years, that named the voice. Because I wanted to feel like familiar. I'm like Latino. I'm like, you know, the Miami thing. I want to make everything familiar. So I call him Bob. B-O-B. Big O brother. So,
You better make sure.
There's that 4.0. Sorry, John.
Right, and you better wait, and you better make sure you patent that shit, because they might want to use that.
So basically, I gave the voice a name, and then I started calling him a name, and then everyone in the house started calling him Bob.
See? What I said.
Started.
Yeah.
So I started a thing. So
You
that
better
voice
sue.
is always gonna be Bob. No matter what.
You better make sure you own that.
Yeah, I have to. No. They already signed my life. They own me. I can own shit.
That is true. Well, we all know from Bravo TV.
Yeah, I mean, seriously.
Diane Limerand says she loves you.
Thank you. I love you back.
Now, both of you guys have traveled for like a good mission. You guys have traveled. You've been to Haiti and China. You just came back from Cuba and where else? And Haiti. So you guys have that in common. Yeah. Where you guys have totally had to strip the glamour of the West Hollywood, the Beverly Hills, the reality TV, being pampered, and you guys had to rough it. And you were born in Cuba.
Yeah.
Yeah. Coming back to LA and the bubble that's West Hollywood, I can't tell you how, when I'm raising funds or helping like on a board of directors for a nonprofit, and I say to a friend, hey, can you just donate $100? Oh, $100, that's a lot. You know, money's a little tight. Then they go to the Abbey and spend $300, or they go to Tom Tom, spend $300 and get a salad. Just kidding. I love you, Tom Tom. But there's this disconnect between the value of money and how it actually helps people. Like you guys did the dollar dog bed fundraiser.
Well, and I think that's kind of what the dichotomy we have to deal with all the time is that, especially with dealing with Lisa Vanderpump as my partner, people think, well, why can't she just pull her black card out? But you know, she was the one that funded this. We were the one that did this at the beginning, and there's only so much that she can do. You know,
and well, why is it also all on her?
Exactly.
Well, that's exactly it.
And you know, and obviously it's very transparent. We have to do our Form 990, and I mean, we made $1.7 million last year. I don't expect Lisa to give us $1.7 million to run the foundation.
Right.
So you know, there's this dichotomy of, you know, how much can you do and how much can you really put forth to something, and I think that's what we always run into. And that, going back to the social media comment, you know, it's how much do you put with social media, how much do you put with the dogs, how much do you put with, and you have to just delegate and put a value to what your time is, really, I think. And
plus, what I love that Lisa's doing is she's empowering other people to also have a part. Unless it affects your wallet, you really don't care.
Right.
You could say, I'd love to go to the event to have my picture taken on the red carpet and drink free booze and do silent auction items, but unless it actually affects your pocketbook, you're not going to own it and then also take care of it.
Well, because it becomes your investment.
But you know what I mean? It's like, Lisa doesn't want Vanderpump Dogs to just be when she's around. She wants it to start a legacy, which you guys are doing internationally.
Well, and that's what we always say when they say, are you going to be opening another one in Miami or in New York? And we say, you know what? We're really centralized here and in China right now. But if you want to use our template, and we will help you. We'll let you know what we've done. But really re-imaging the shelter, and I'm sure we'll get into it later. But, you know, that was our goal and that was our mission, not to put 500 Vanderpump Dogs around.
Like make a chain.
Exactly. It's more about just saying a template and saying this is what we've done. You
know?
It
makes it so much more personal, and like you said, and then it becomes like an investment of each person who's doing something with it versus just all these chains popping up and it's like, oh yeah, okay, I'm supporting what? Like it makes it more personal.
And JC, coming back from a trip like this, like I know you do a lot of nightclub events and promotional events, and we see people being crazy, whatever, not realizing that you have come from this kind of emotional and dramatic space where you've spent the last few days, where we're talking about the world at large. We're not talking about, you know, getting my selfie or being a star on Instagram. How do you play with that? Because you are a big figure in the nightlife around the world, but you're also doing stuff for the community and you're trying to get a message across that way.
My thing is, even I've always tried to be involved with something. Even when I was in college, I was in a gay fraternity, and we would do things to help like LGBT.
What was the gay fraternity name?
No names. No names.
I'd love to visit.
Yeah. Okay. So I had an idea, you throw me out. Anyways, so yeah, I've always been like, you know, like I can have fun and enjoy my friends and go around and stuff, but I've always wanted to be focused on exactly like something that I could help somehow. This is new steps for me, like going around and helping people who don't have anything to eat or they don't even have where to live and stuff like that. But before, I was still like involved in some stuff, like, you know, like helping the LGBT community. That was before gay people were able to marry here in USA. So I was always involved a little bit. Like I would have fun, but I would take like at least like 1-2 days to be able to show my little piece. I don't know. It makes me feel good, you know, and I feel like I own it. Because gay people have always been very supportive with my career and stuff. Before going on Big Brother, I still have like a big following on social media, and I was known. And like I said, I was traveling around the world. I've been dancing on stages that I've never ever even imagined I was gonna be, from Ibiza to
that stage in Ibiza. You guys was the hugest stage I've ever seen. Like Barbara Streisand is like, "Can I perform?" They're like, "No."
Yeah, and I danced there. How crazy is that? Amazing. You know, so I tried to live my life to the fullest, because since I was a kid, everyone is always telling me, "Oh, you can't do this, you can't do that." So I'm like, now that I actually decide my own things I'm the owner of my own decisions and destiny, I'm gonna do whatever I want.
Good for you.
And I went and traveled the whole world, and I still finished college and I did all my thing, and I moved here to LA with the purpose of finishing grad school. I was telling him, before. And then I got selected for the show, and now I'm here. I'm going with the flow. My life is basically going with the flow.
School will always be there.
Yeah, exactly.
Unless you're John, you're like, no, I'm going to finish it early.
I know, right? I was going to say.
Right?
Because you made it your mission. You're like, I need to get this, and I need to finish it early to
As
start
quickly as
doing what I
possible.
want. And you got like in 8.5 months or something?
My doctorate, yeah.
Wow.
My
8.5 months,
No,
you guys are
no
doctorate.
wonder there's
That's
a doctor in his Instagram handle.
Yes.
Like, you own that.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, my master's
Ali,
did
you have
take
to lower
3
your voice when
years.
you say doctor.
Right? But yeah, I mean, and I remember when I went to the guidance counselor, I said, I have to get this done by September, which would have been the 9-month mark. And she said, there's never been anybody that's done that. And I said, you come back to me in 9 months. And then and then I was the one that went up to her, and she was ironically the one that gave me my diploma. And I said, well, it's lovely to see you.
Teach
Thank
her
you.
to limit somebody else.
Exactly.
Don't limit anybody.
Wow.
Exactly.
I mean, that's really impressive because like I carried a baby for 9 months and he did a doctor. Like that's pretty.
Both have legacies.
Right?
One just poops. And the other one doesn't. John, I got this question emailed in a few different ways. You know, we see the face of Vanderpump Dogs. Now we see you on Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, which we're going to talk about. But we see you presenting. There's a lecture about on YouTube about applied research. You are so good on red carpets and on interviews by getting the mission of Vanderpump Dogs across, talking about your documentary. You know, you're really good at the face of it as well as the mechanics and the business and the research that goes behind that. But you're involved in so many important causes. You know, we joked about, like, you didn't know who Groot was from Guardians of the Galaxy. And you're pulled in so many different directions, and the things you're involved with are quite heavy. You deal with a lot of other people's and animals, which could be as important as people. Ask my mom.
Animals are better than people.
Well, they are.
I have to say, if
They
I had the
really
choice
are.
between hanging out with 5 humans or 5 dogs,
I'm with you.
I'd say 5 dogs.
Yeah, now I'm on the animals and babies, but yeah, definitely.
Well, my mom's Christmas card was a dog's picture.
Oh,
was
you,
like,
didn't, you didn't make it.
And I was like, I have a national TV show this year. Don't want to mention that at all? Okay, yeah. Literally, from her car mirror, there's a picture of the damn dog. He's cute. Anyway, but you carry so much emotion from so many different directions, and there's a lot of responsibility that you have undertaken. And a lot of people enter this business, and like we know a lot of bullshitters. Hey, I want to do this and this, and you guys, I'm writing a book and I'm doing this.
This is all we talk about.
And then they disappear. And it's like, well, they haven't really done it because it's all big talk without the actual hard work that comes behind that. You also keep up your fitness and your looks. You have a modeling background. How do you lighten up your life? We don't really get to see like the party young version of you. You are way young to have all of this responsibility. What do you do when you're, quote, off the clock?
Yeah,
and
do
how
you turn off?
Yeah.
I don't turn off, no.
don't turn
And
off.
honestly, I love it in a way that, and that's why I think that with social media and with reality television, Bravo would tell me that I have to be on film in 5 minutes because I'm technically not a cast member. I mean, I'm Lisa's executive director, you know, so they say, hey, we're filming, and, you know, I'm there. So I really feel that just being myself, and Lisa's always said, just always say your truth and be who you are.
Right.
And as far as the fun and the downtime, seeing the transformations with the dogs and having them come in and having them
Such a good
completely
human.
well, no, I mean, I'm because we've done such amazing work and it's all been organic. I'll never forget. We really started the whole thing with one caller from Jiggy. He won the most famous reality television animal.
I saw that.
I remember.
And it was this gold collar, and I said, let's do a gold collar, and we'll manufacture it. It sold out on Amazon. And we were, providing some money to some nonprofits. And we said, I think we could do something that could make a difference.
Yeah.
And so we started the Stop Yulin Forever campaign. And I'll never forget, we were standing on stage, and we had closed down all the streets from downtown to MacArthur Park. And Lisa looked at me, and she's like, is anyone going to fucking show up to this thing?
I can hear that in her voice, too.
Same. Yep.
And I looked at her, and I said, I have no clue. And 1,600 people showed up.
Amazing.
We rallied, we held signs, and honestly, it's been that momentum for the past 3 years.
So cool.
From we opened our second shelter in China, so we have 500 dogs over there now. We've adopted out over 850 dogs, and this is coming from
insane.
It is.
yeah, and this is just in a year and a half, basically. Our 2-year anniversary, 2 years is in March.
Oh wow.
So, and I have to say, Lisa, we have a good time. I mean, the whole time we said this, we said, if it starts getting not fun, then let's not do it anymore. So,
But nonprofits, as a rule, you have fun succeeding at your mission, but it's hard work.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
hours that are spent over and above. Any nonprofit is hard work.
So when I went into this, I have mentors. Humane Society International, Humane Society US they've been around for 160 years.
Yeah.
North Shore out of New York is an amazing cause, and I've really kind of used those as our mentor. And right now, we really have gotten to a place where they're looking with us and they're working with us to make changes. And I'll never forget, we went to Congress and HSI came over to us afterwards and said, thank you, we've been trying to get to Congress for 10 years. And all I had to do was say, Lisa Vanderpump is coming and we're presenting our cause. Can we have 10 minutes of your time?
The queen.
Exactly. And
It's such a great example of how, we always say reality TV is like,
Right.
but you use your voice, just like you said. You don't want to be a voice from Big Brother and just do the typical. You use your voice, use it, but to actually make
a difference.
Changes in the
Well,
world.
and to hear that
It's huge.
JC, you just came from Haiti and doing a 10-day mission. That's where my heart is. And that's where I was 18, 19, 20, 21 living in West Hollywood, and I went out and I had a good time. But now my mission is really just to...
1 year later, yeah.
No, I'm almost 40, so I'm...
I dropped my Vanderpump dog.
I was going to say, whoa,
is
drop
this
the
weighted?
pen.
Are you serious?
Well, yeah, and that's the thing that, Lisa Rinna is... you'll see...
I was like, wait.
You'll
Wait,
see...
what? Lisa Rinna sucking your blood to be young again?
Well, no, you'll see on the episode tonight.
It was
Lisa,
like 25.
Well, thank you. But no, Lisa Rinna even calls me a boy. And, I'm Lisa's
I was going to say,
employee.
I'm
And, I'm Lisa's partner. I'm a doctor of international business and global finance. I've ran companies. I take care of thousands of dogs. And it's very discerning for me when someone goes on television and says Lisa's boy, and that she should quell what I say. Which, obviously, I'm not her employee. I'm her partner. So
yes.
And
I think that's very important. You are a business partner. You run this organization. The work you've done, especially with your documentary, which is your debut, like we said, with directing, writing, producing, that's not to be just brushed aside.
Right.
And we know reality TV sometimes could make a big deal out of something, like you realized, or it can diminish some of the important work because it's not sellable, it's not sexy, it's not exciting.
Bravo especially loves to do that.
We love Bravo here. We don't want Andy Cohen will take out
No,
our
I actually have to say Bravo has been incredible with bringing this to light. 4 years ago, we started on a 6-minute little segment highlighting our march. I woke up with 15,000 orders the next day for T-shirts,
amazing.
and that's what started the foundation. So I have to say my passion for Bravo and Evolution, and I owe them everything because they've been unbelievably supportive.
Don't get me wrong. Like, they were amazing to us when we were filming, and everything we did and everything they could have easily put out there, they didn't put out there. I thank them for every day. But just in general of what Alexander was saying, like, especially Bravo, because it is like what's sellable and what's not, and it's what's hot and what's toxic and whatever, and that's why they are who they are. So it's like no fault to them, but it is just what they do. So it's great to hear that, like, for you, they are spinning it a certain way that works in your favor.
Oh yeah, they've been unbelievable.
Yeah, well, and they love Lisa Vanderpump too, so you're a tie into that, so of course there's extra love for that.
And I think it becomes, Lisa Vanderpump knows how to play the game.
Of course.
She
Smart
always
woman.
keeps her classy self. Like we were talking about the Oscars, like there's a classiness to Lisa that doesn't need Bravo, doesn't need any of that.
No.
There's a part that appreciates what Bravo has done and will play the game,
She
and her relationship with Andy is great. John, I want to take a little peek at, Bravo did a little tour of Vanderpump Dogs. For those of you that are not in West Hollywood, like JC and I are, this building popped up. Once the paint went up on the walls, we thought, oh, it's something Vanderpump is happening. Let's take a peek at this beautiful location that is doing huge work across the nation.
Of course, it's bright pink.
Of course. My nails kind of match.
Guys, Dr. John
Wait,
Sessa,
is that you?
Executive Director of the Vanderpump Dog Foundation.
How do you wash dogs in that tight shirt?
Good question.
Yeah. I actually did get that question.
It's like a wet T-shirt contest every day.
You do look good in pink, though.
Oh, there's Lisa and Ken, just, you know.
You know, just casual.
This is the space. So let me take you in the adoption area first. And 100% of everything we sell goes back to the dog. So it's a really great...
I know.
I love that.
I
You're
buy
not
the leashes for Oscar. I know.
How many dogs do you have at your house right now?
I don't think we're supposed to say that.
Yes, how many do you have?
But you guys, I want you to notice, you know, it looks very high class, but it's doing so much work. And look at where the dogs are kept, which I love.
We've got the chandeliers, no cages.
And no cages is what really...
Atmosphere to come.
It's amazing.
Jazz music, Wi-Fi. People want to hang out.
I've been there, and I brought my dog Oscar. I love it.
And you know, dogs love their Wi-Fi.
Yeah, of course.
Exactly.
Living their best life.
Matchbone.com.
All the different LA kill shelters, east, south, central, and a lot of the dogs, now that we've kind of been getting the word out there that we're an adoption and rescue place, we've been getting owner surrenders. I have a nursery
cute.
at my house that I established last year.
And Hannah, she's our adoption coordinator. She can tell you a little bit about how we get our dogs adopted.
All right, so you guys watch this full video. It's actually on Bravo. This is just a tour of the facility, and I wanted everybody to experience how open and how positive the environment is. You know, when you think of like animal shelters and adoption, you think of like dirty places. They're trying to change that so that we respect dogs at every aspect or changes of their life.
Adopt
Well, and it's
shop.
re-imaging the shelter, and that's what we want to do. Everyone said you can't have velvet couches, you can't have shag rugs, you can't have chandeliers because the hair will get in them. And we said, okay. And then we did it, and now, you know, 2 years later, 850 dogs, and we're a template now. Thank you for, you know, a lot of other shelters around the country.
And plus, when you go to a place like this to take a dog, it's serious. Just like we said, when the money comes out of your wallet, when you go to a place like this, it's for real. This is, you know, it's not just you have as much respect for the dog as you should, because you're adopting.
Right.
It's your new baby. It's your new baby. Exactly.
Yeah. So, John, I got this question, again, a few different ways, and thank you to our listeners and viewers for sending emails and questions. I refashioned them.
I'm drinking. This might be your choice.
Coming from a modeling background and every magazine spread that you've done, every interview, you know, we see the tight clothes. You obviously are stunning, and you know how to work a camera, like on everything. I'm like, teach me your ways. Has that sometimes overshadowed this huge educational background or the mission you're trying to get across, especially, you know, at the nonprofit events? Like I said, the red carpets in LA, West Hollywood. I can't tell you how many times I've gone to an event and some of the other people there attending don't even know what the event is for, but they were told to go there by their publicist and take a picture and blah, blah, blah. Has the looks and has the glamour, has the reality TV persona overshadowed your actual skillful ability in any way?
I mean, I can say at times it has. I'm not going to lie, but at the same time, I'm still the one that is going there at 5 o'clock in the morning, and I'm still the one that's shoveling the poop at the shelters in China. And so I think showing the dichotomy, and that's what Lisa has really taught me, is that she can be this glamorous woman that wears diamonds and goes on the red carpet and is able to navigate the waters of the media, but she... I mean, the Lisa that I see is not that. The Lisa that I see, we clean up poop together. And we are going downtown to get, you know, things for the dogs and making sure that they're okay. And I see a different side of her that I think that a lot of people see. And she's taught me that you can be both sides. And so that's what we're trying to do. You can be a glamorous shelter that has Wi-Fi and has velvet rugs, but you can also do well with it and really make a difference and get your hands dirty. And I've noticed that in China, because obviously when they go there, I'm the only Western person there. And
they probably think you're a god.
And so, you know, they think, okay, this is a Western person coming in with some money, so we'll just take it and then he'll leave. But I am there for weeks at a time, cleaning up the poop, changing the kennels, working with the dogs, doing behavior assessments with them. And so they see that, you know, this is what he looks like, but that's not what his real character is.
Right.
And that's
you're
what
like
Lisa's
really in it.
Well, yeah,
and I can attest to what you're saying with Lisa, because like when I've styled her before, there have been times where we've done like huge like Home and Garden magazine, different things, and I've styled her and I'm dressing her and I've got her all glam and she'll be like, hold on, darling, and she runs down the stairs and she's like fixing how the food is and fixing the table, and I'm like, well, that's what you have all these people here for. And she's like, no, darling, I have to make sure.
Well,
that's
she doesn't
English
have
hospitality though. That's class. Manners, no matter how much money you have. That's manners.
Right. Exactly. But she said to me, and she taught me something, even as like a stylist and personality and everything, like same with you. Like she was like, I get my hands dirty. Like if you're gonna be good at what you do and you're going to be that next level, you have to be willing to get in there. Like do everything. And if you're not, then you're not going to go to the next level.
And I'm not against anyone who has to travel with a glam squad or with a bunch of assistants. But
Erica Jane.
But Lisa, and I love Erica, but at the same time, Lisa does her own hair and
Yep,
makeup.
I know.
And Patrick does help her with confessionals and things
Right,
like that.
of course.
And if
no,
there's
but
something...
when she's on the go, she makes it happen. Listen,
There's one thing when you're like going about your day.
It's the same with styling. Lisa, I joke with her all the time. I'm like, oh, do you want me to send you anything? Oh, no, I got to get ready. Like, she just figures it out, you know?
We had this huge meeting the other day, and it was with a company that everyone knows, and there were 15 of their chairmen, and you would think that Lisa would have come in with, you know, her whole entourage.
You guys, thanks to my mom, who brought us some flavored water. I guess we're slurring our words.
Right? But she went in and she was by herself with Puffy, her one dog, and they were like, "Oh, it's so nice," you know. So
yeah,
it's been really nice working with her, and I think that's how I've been able to get the dichotomy of the two. To be honest with you,
and I really love that you're doing it. And let's be honest, we're in Hollywood.
Yeah.
Some possible donors, some organizations might be like, "Who's here to see me?" Oh, okay. And then, you know, let's give a shout out to our chat room, Josh Zamora. Hello, Josh Zamora. That sounds like a sexy name.
Right?
He actually says hello to you, JC.
Oh,
Are you single, Josh? Brandy Emma says hi. Brandy Emma, that's a good name.
that is a good name.
So we're talking about, you know, our actual personality, our real personality. JC, you have so many minority tags to you, and you actually bring this up in a few interviews. Spanish, from the LGBT community. Little shorter.
Yeah, a little bit short, just a little bit.
You're a bottom.
No,
I needed to take another sip
Can we
before
just
you
scratch
said that.
that? Let's
No,
scratch that.
live.
Oh, I said minority. Wait, no, bottoms are not a minority. You're a top.
Okay.
All right, let me drink some water.
everything went south.
I kid.
Literally.
You know, I get that question every single day, but like 20 times. That's why I don't even share my Instagram requesting it, because that's the question I get every single day, 20, 30 times. I'm like, no.
is that
Remember the conversation we had before? Private life,
Yeah.
and public life. Yeah, I'm gonna keep it that way.
Although you did really overreact, so okay. Plus, you can't. Anyway, you have. Anyway,
Just
I
keep
can say it.
screwing up.
Anyways,
Yeah.
keep reading this stuff.
How did you get the courage to develop your personality? And I'm not talking about Big Brother. I have to be honest, I watched your season of Big Brother in the last 2 weeks because I knew you were coming on the show. I didn't see your season. I was a fan of yours before because I saw you pop up at events.
Hence the dream.
Well, yeah.
Well, thank you.
But I saw you in music videos and, you know, followed you. I mean, a four-time national record maker for powerlifting. You have a very certain personality, and I think that's why you lasted to the top 3, even though you caused a little mischief towards the end. But this is just who you are. The minute you walked into the green room here, it's just part of who you are. And we know we can see who's sincere and not sincere in a heartbeat. Where did you learn that?
My thing is, I try to live my life. You know, if something makes me happy, I'm gonna do it. It's so funny because I went sometimes I was so busy. I worked for an event company and we were doing events around the world. And one day I was dressed like the funniest outfit you could ever imagine that could fit like someone sure who like be able to do all the crazy stuff. And next day, I was on stage, and on the word, I'm being a sexy figure. You know what I'm saying? So I want to be able. I want to be able to fit everything. If something is fun, and if it's a job, and if it's in a good way, you know, I would just do it. It doesn't really like.
But where did you get that? Were you always that way as a kid? Were you always like
That's what I was gonna
the
ask.
most
Like, was
stubborn
this always
in school?
something?
No. I come from a very strict family.
This is what I want to know. 'Cause we don't know a lot of your background.
Every time I wanted to do something with my life, they will tell me I couldn't. Not only my family, my professors, even friends. Oh, I
Not your
want
international law professor.
Wait, no. Wait, small stuff. Oh, I want to play piano. Oh, you need longer fingers. Yeah. Oh, I want to be an actor. Oh, you have to show for that. Oh, I want to be a model. Just no one is ever going to hire you.
Try to put us in a box constantly.
So I started like putting, exactly like how you said it. Put in a box. And
I'm
like,
lifter though, I was like,
I wanted to do sports. You're never going to be able to do an international event. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, and then I just put it there, and once I had like my own wheel and my whole thingy, I started like scratching the list. Like, here, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, and I was just feeling okay with myself. And I want to tell anyone who's listening to this right now, if someone tells you no, don't even worry about it. Just go and do it. Because I did it.
So is that what kind of motivated you then? It was like when someone would say, no, you can't, it was like, yes, I can, and you move forward?
Well, at that moment, you know, when you're a kid, it's different for you.
Of course.
But at that moment, I just felt sad, and I was like, well, what am I gonna do with my life?
You internalize it.
I'm gonna be miserable. I'm not gonna be doing exactly what I want or whatever.
But some people take that route.
That's what I'm saying.
Is
so what is that?
point?
Yeah, what is that turning?
So when I was like 15, 16, I was very depressed because I was like, oh, I'm so sure I'm never going to have a normal life. I'm never going to do stuff that make me happy. You know, I'm not following society standards. And it was really hard for me, the teenage life. I don't even want to talk about it. It was really, really hard for me, even though I always have like a very strong personality. I've never been bullied or anything like that. Even though I was sure, I have people coming at me because I was sure, and I was go and fight.
Right.
Like, even though like would knock me out, but I was in a fight, so the other bullies were like, let me just don't go and tell him anything because he fights back.
Right.
So I've never been bullied. I've never dealt with that, thanks God. And my thing is, like I went through like that phase that I thought I wasn't good for anything, and then I come back from it and I'm like, you know what, I'm short, and you know what, I have to learn how to live with it, and I have to make the best out of it, and I'm doing the best out of it so far, and I think it's worked. I think I got selected for the show, Big Brother, just because of the fact that I was short, and it was like a different thing that the producers never saw before, and every single good thing that's happened in my life so far. It's been because of my high. Something that was a negative thing before, I turned into something positive.
I love that.
So that's how it works.
So you say that. Most positive things for me have been doors open because I'm I'm Ross Matthews, but Latino and funny.
And sexy.
Hey.
Oh.
Okay.
Listen, I've dressed
I hope
Ross.
Ross Mott is not listening.
I've dressed Ross. I love him, but I can say that. So,
Some people live their jokes. Some people are their jokes. I'm just kidding. I love you, Ross Matthews. But John, we haven't learned this kind of past from you either. I know you were raised on a farm. That's where you came connected with the animals. But you made a choice. You're like, I can be in Indiana and do this. You made the tough choice to leave your family, leave your friends behind, then go to the modeling industry, which is
that's
super tough.
Cutthroat.
And then now you're in LA. Where did you find that kind of motivation, that kind of courage?
Well, I mean, growing up on a farm, I knew that I was always I had a connection to animals. My best friend until I was 9 was a cow named Dolly. So
are you Rose Nyland?
No, seriously. Like I would go home and I would
Wow.
walk the acres with her, and I would hold her belly, and
wow.
and it was honestly
She tasted
so,
real good.
right?
I'm just kidding. Are you vegetarian?
I'm not vegetarian.
Okay, I love that about you.
I'm not vegetarian, but no. Growing up on a farm, I knew that I loved animals, but it wasn't for me. And again, that kind of dichotomy
farm life wasn't
the
for you?
farm life,
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
and just that dichotomy of really wanting to kind of be in a big city, but then help at the same time. So I started coming out to LA and modeling and acting and seeing what I could do, and then, of course, after a while, I was like, well, these looks aren't going to last. So
Are you sure?
I need to make sure that I've got something to back
right?
it up.
I'm like, are you
It's like
sure?
Death Becomes Her
I know.
over here. I'm like, I'm the one with the cats.
Like, for real, tell us your secrets.
Oh, yes, you are very animalist. Vanderpump cats. How about Vanderpump bears?
Oh, right.
I knew
Ooh,
that was
I could handle
coming.
that.
Spring Goodman and her wife are watching, and they think we're awesome.
Oh,
Oh, well, I think you're awesome.
So what was your coming out?
yeah. What was like that?
If you don't mind sharing, this is really personal because
No,
you
fine.
really don't share this.
Wait, so what was my what?
your turning
Coming out.
point,
Like your
when
coming out story.
Yeah.
Being gay or honestly, I never had like a weird coming out story at all. Being gay, it was always really natural. I was really flamboyant when I was younger. I was raised by
No.
I have two older sisters and my mom, and my dad really wasn't around a lot, so I ended up kind of thinking that was the way to kind of act. And then Wabash isn't actually an all-guys school. And so I was like, okay,
I saw that movie.
right? I actually didn't act on it as much as I probably should have. But no, honestly, I've never really had a weird coming out story because I don't think that being gay is the number one thing in my life. I think that it's an aspect of me, and I think that being a doctor, being an educator, being a philanthropist, and helping dogs is my number 1 through 4. and then being gay is like 5. Okay. So.
I love that.
I love that. And because I say that even though I'm like this, but it's like, no, I want to talk about the celebrities I get to hang out with or like my family story.
Right.
And it's not a bad thing. I get some hate emails like, well, it should be. It's like, no, the minute you do this, you're putting a wall between you and another community.
Correct.
It's like,
yeah, and I'm very active in the LGBTQ community, and I work with Lisa a lot.
It's not when you go to someone, that's not the first thing you come
I'm this and this and this and this.
Exactly.
I'm all of this.
Why does one have to take precedence over all of the other ones?
Doesn't.
I feel like all of them are balanced, and that's what makes me me. And that's, again, going back to what we're talking about with social media.
That's right.
Is being balanced. And I don't think that, I am just one thing. So
yeah, I said this in my show as well.
Yeah.
I don't think, I'm hoping that someday no one has ever to come out. Like, no one cares who you sleep with or what you like. I like you as a person, as a friend, or whatever. Like, the coming out thing, in my mind, it should just not exist at this point.
I completely agree with you. I think it's just you as a person, and you own who you are as a person, and that's it.
But it must have been hard, and I just have to say, Big Brother.
My family doesn't know that I'm gay or Big Brother or nothing. My family is oblivious to all my life.
Well, have you seen all my syndicates? They probably know now. They're in Cuba, right?
No, they're in Miami. But in Miami, Miami, where they don't watch like English TV. So basically, they have not really idea what's going on. My grandma, I told her once I was by, and the day after that, at dinner time, she told me, "So when are you giving me grandchildren?" So that literally just went in one ear and came out of the other one.
But that's very interesting. This is part of your life, though.
Yeah, my dad, they're from Spain, though. Like, my dad is...
Spanish men are the gayest men, whether they have 8 children or no children. It's like, no, just 2 kisses.
my dad, I don't know how he will take it, but I've never, like, sat with him and told him and stuff. That the only thing he would, like, give me... like shit about is because I was in college. He was like giving me money to subsist, and he was like, "Why is there like a charge on the credit card on this like club that I don't even know?" It was a gay club, and I was like, "Okay." So that was the fight, the main thing, the problems that caused with my dad. But he doesn't know for the fact that I'm gay. I've never sat with him and never sit with him. I never told him like, "Hey, Dad, you know what? I'm gay."
You know what, JC? People don't know that, and I'm surprised to hear that. With this confidence, you would think that you have like your family like do this. That really surprises me because you've never shared that.
No.
Does it ever affect you? It's like, what if you met somebody? What if you want to take somebody home? This is your life.
My mom, right before, this is like news. Right before I went on the charity trip or whatever, I got not really drunk, but I had like 2 beers, and that for me is more than enough.
He's had like 3 vodkas, just so you know.
Yeah, exactly.
And these are on the rocks vodka. They're not.
And then I started talking.
Happy vodkas.
Yeah. And then I was talking to my aunt, and I told him, "You know, aunt, I'm freaking gay, and I would never be able to like be with a woman. So whatever expectations you guys have, that's me drunk. And like whatever expectations you guys have is just not gonna happen." And my aunt was so supportive. She was like, "You know what? I knew it." I like come here, gave me a hug, and then I went to my mom, and I kind of told him the same, but very like modified. "Mom, you know what? I'm kind of different or whatever." And I'm like, "What are you talking about? I've never like seen you."
She's like, "I know you're a little bit shorter."
Yeah. No, she was just not getting in. She's still like doing the trips thingy. She's coming back like next month because she's like more hardcore into all the philanthropy thingy. But So when she comes back, I wanna confront her, and I wanna finally tell her, because I'm on my 20s, and I wanna be like, do you know what? I live my own life. I pay my own bills, and I don't wanna be lying around. I don't want people asking me, when are you gonna have a girlfriend? When are you gonna have children with a girl? Whatever, like you know. So I wanna confront her. I wanna let her know. But my family has no idea. My family is very small. My grandma, they have no idea. They have no idea. I'm a freaking full 100% homosexual.
100%, and now we know.
Now everyone knows.
Wait, and gold homosexual. And you know what that means. You got your face.
Gold seal.
Are you engaged to be married?
Are you a gold homosexual? Golden?
No.
You're not?
I was engaged to be married.
I wouldn't have never accepted your invitation if I would know that.
No, but I was going to say...
No, but JC, just real fast, I have to say, thank you so much for sharing that.
Yeah.
You know, we do get in this bubble. You know, we hang out with so many like Fabulous and West Hollywood, LA. We forget that there are people that can't come out their family or haven't.
Right.
Because there's so much there.
Yeah.
And it is a part of our life, just like John you
cultural
said.
history, yeah.
Yeah. Well, and I was gonna say, like, you know, just on the other side of things, it's like just in general with family and like, of course, our parents mean well and everything, but it's like you do come to a place where you do live your own life. And for me, like, you know, when I did strip, my parents were like, "What are you doing? Like, what are you thinking?" And it was like this whole situation. I had to finally turn to them and say, you know what? This is something that came to me. And my husband, Justin, feels like I actually really need it because I am a workaholic and I don't focus on our family values and I'm not, you know, that personal the way I should be, only with my clients and when I'm out for cocktails.
Right.
I'm not focused on my family. I'm not focused on real life. And it was almost like a blessing in disguise that came to me because it made me have a real reset in my life. And then I was pregnant and all these things happened. And I think back and I remember my parents just being like, I can't believe you did this. Like, you know, our friends still talk about it. I can't, and it's like, I love them and they're my parents, but I'm like, you know what? This is something I had to live. It was my journey. It was my choice, and I'm still going through it. And it's just like, and no matter what you do in life, it's yours to own, and it's your journey. It's who you are. And if you're okay with it, then like, good for you. And so, you know.
But it's, you know, I've been blessed with a very easy coming out story. Mom was like, okay, of course I had to come out during Thanksgiving in tears, right before the family was coming over. I was like, oh my God. And she was like, okay, so?
We've known since you were 4.
She actually didn't, because, you know, I had a few other avenues that I went. It's like, I'm marrying a cactus today. But some of us don't get that foundation, and we need that. And I know you have a very big friendship foundation that is really good. But to listeners, I get emails from the most random cities that I'm like, oh, you're listening to me there? So I have to say, if you have nobody to talk to, thank you for listening to the show. Gain strength from this panel.
Yes. And you do. You
Everyone's
always.
different.
Feelies. Who are we?
I know. I'm like, I'm getting emotional.
Can I say something really quick now when we're talking
Yes.
about all these open-minded stuff? So my friend Regina, she just had like the section surgery like 2 weeks ago, and I went to see her actually 2 days ago, and I saw her pussy for the first time, and it was an amazing thing to see and experiment, and I'm so happy that she's happy, and she was talking to me like someone who had just been born for the first time. So
No,
Regina Gerbier, I freaking love you, and I'm glad that you have a pussy. Bye.
Vanderpump cats. Yeah. This is what I love about this show. You know, you guys, I have 4 pages on you guys about like serious stuff to talk about. We didn't even get to a little bit.
He's like, cross.
Yeah. JC, I just want to show, you just did a video with Manila. And I love that you embrace how you're cast and you play a character. Can we take, Kurt, a little peek at JC and Go Fish, the new video?
Yeah. Go Fish. Pick a card, any card, deal limit it, play the game, play it hard, and push the limit, bet it all.
There's our JC.
That's me on the back.
Yeah.
Shuffle, never cheat, lady luck, love is a gamble. I know the odds are against you. Ace up the sleeve, make you boo-hoo. So what? I got nothing to prove. I'll give it another try, making my own rules tonight. Baby, let's go.
All right, okay. Watch the full video.
Yeah,
that's good.
Watch the full video.
This is one of the things I
That's yours, John.
This is one of the things that I told you before
filling you up.
that I could just do like something very sexy or something like really fun like that and funny. I don't want any limitations on my career or life. I know Manila. I've known her for a while now. And thank you, Manila, for including me in your video. It's a very successful video and very good. And also,
hello, it's Manila. It went viral in like one day.
It is Manila, yeah. And also the director, Brad Hammer, he's my really, really close friend. Every time he needs something, you know, he wants to add something to his videos, he hits me up. And, you know, thank you, Brad Hammer. And he's a really, really good friend, like really one of my closest friends. And he's been killing it in all these videos and stuff.
We love Brad Hammer. He's a big supporter.
Yeah.
I want you to win an Oscar just so your like acceptance speech will be like an hour long.
Right?
Like,
Yeah.
I would love that.
Definitely. I'm probably just gonna get drunk and be like, thank you, bye.
2 beers.
You can't bring alcohol into the Oscars. Did you know that?
No, you cannot.
What?
Yep.
No, you cannot.
So they don't
Oh, a
drink? They're all
flask.
sober?
Also,
They probably bring something else.
Well, so John, I had all these serious questions to ask you.
Oh,
like
no,
literally,
it's not serious. No.
literally, these are the serious questions I have for you.
Oh,
Oh,
my
shit.
gosh. I guess I'm more
Everything
serious than I think I am.
From studying. So, but our fans would kill me if we didn't talk about something big, and we don't have to talk
Okay.
about it if you don't want to.
look at his face.
I know, I'm nervous now. What are we
So
talking about?
I'm going to be honest. You have been a big part of Beverly Hills, Real Housewives of Beverly Hills this season.
It's
whether you're
true.
in front of the camera or they're talking about you or the subject is being talked about. And I'm going to be honest. You know, I love Bravo TV more than anything. I lost a little interest in Beverly Hills Housewives last season because it was a lot of fighting and it wasn't
Right.
a lot of
Yeah.
sincerity. This season, my friend said, you have to watch the premiere tonight. It's all going down. I was like, okay. I watched it. My eyes were bigger than like a Toontown character.
Yeah,
like,
I'm with you.
Big. And you were a big part of that first episode.
You were.
Which I loved because people then were clicking on Vanderpump Dogs, but then
Which
it also...
yeah, of course.
Of course.
But it was also like the drama that now you're dragged into, whether you wanted to or not. And we were talking about that dichotomy. Kurt, can we play just a little
Oh,
moment?
no.
Just a little moment. I'm not playing your actual words. You guys, this is like, I want this to be a loop on my phone.
You haven't seen this.
I know,
John's reaction.
I know what this is.
Yeah.
I know what this is.
to me about it. Would you? Yeah, you were in text.
Look at John.
You can drop off the dog and you're like, she didn't mean it. I'm not gonna f***ing do this with you again. I'm really not. No. I'm not
Oh, no! Kurt, play it one more time.
But Dory can drop off a dog and you're like, she didn't mean it. I'm not gonna f***ing do this with you again. I'm really not. No.
Oh, no. I just love that.
Australia boys.
Well, no, listen, because okay, so I have never talked about this ever. So this scene in particular, and the sequence of how everything went down was very different. And
I would love for you to share in a very honest way.
well, the thing is that obviously you can tell how much I love Lisa.
Mm-hmm.
She's my partner.
you guys
She's
are
my
family.
one of my best
Yeah,
friends. She's
family.
So she's been going through her brother had just committed suicide in
horrible.
May. At the end of April, the funeral was at the end of May because there were some things that they had to go through. Then she's filming Vanderpump Rules. She's opening up Tom Tom. We're dealing with China and Yulin, which happens June 21st, and we had 42 dogs that we had rescued. She was not, and Lisa is my pillar of strength. When I'm weak, I look to her. And she was.
I would say you guys look to each other, by the way.
Thank you.
Yeah.
But honestly, she was not up to speed, and to do a show like that, you have to really be on top of your game. So I was there to try and I'm here to just try and help. So the Wednesday before we had our first shooting, they have to go through all of the filming requirements and all of the agreements and things like that. So this happens on a Wednesday. So contrary to what Teddy has said in her blogs and to what she's said and everything that she's doing right now, right? She's saying that Lisa had planned that all this would go down at the rescue center the first day of filming and all.
I'm quite disappointed in Teddy,
Well,
to be
I
honest.
have to say, and
Yeah,
it's not true, the timeline, and I have emails, so if you want receipts, Lisa Rinna, I can give you some receipts.
I hope you're in the reunion, which you probably will be. By the way.
So on the Wednesday before we were filming, I had to sign all the location agreements, and it was going to be a benign shoot with Slade, who's Teddy's daughter. Love her. She is obsessed with dogs. They had been coming in almost every week before that.
Yeah, she's a big dog lover.
Big dog lover. Teddy does fundraisers for us, or had done fundraisers for us. She's a big cycling person. And we normally will have a host do an event for us, and then that round of whatever it was goes to the foundation.
Okay.
And so the location agreement had to happen on a Wednesday. I got word on a Sunday that one of my dogs had ended up at a kill shelter. Well, just so you know, 850 dogs have been adopted. Not one has ended up at a kill shelter.
Wow.
Not one.
It affects the brand. It affects the message of Vanderpump.
And it affects the dog.
Well, fuck the brand and all of that. I'm thinking about.
What the frick?
So this is now again. This is something else that no one else knows. This is the second dog that Dorit returned to us, or had given up. So she adopts a 4-year-old, 3 to 4-year-old, beautiful purebred Yorkshire Terrier. Granted, when you go through the shelter system and you have all of that go on, you are traumatized. So Dorit adopted the dog. She loved the dog, Madison. And 2 weeks later, she says, I'm sorry, it's just not going to work out with the family. The dog is biting my family. Similar to what she said the second time around.
Wait, what?
Wait, so okay, yeah, because I heard about this whole biting thing. So it's air quotes because it really wasn't biting.
I'm not sure what happened.
There.
I did see there was a photo with bite marks on PK's nose.
I'd bite PK for just being an
So the first dog we take back because in our clause it says it's a $5,000 fine if you don't bring the dog back to us.
Yep.
We microchip dogs. We have an approval process. We have a home check.
We're gonna find the dog.
we will find that dog.
Yeah.
It's not like having that dog is so cute.
Right.
You guys are
It's
actually
a
giving them
home.
permission of.
It's a home. It's your baby. So I have an amazing adoption coordinator, Hannah Bortz, who honestly, dogs are her life. She does the pre-check. She does a final check. And she reached out to Dorit, again, no one knows this, 2 times via text message. Please let me know how the dog is. Please let me know what's going on with the dog.
Yep.
No response. So then
She was too busy having everything taken out of her house.
Exactly. So then I'm dealing with it. So then I'm trying to be the mentor and the figure to these young kids who basically work for free. I mean, it's a nonprofit.
Yeah.
So I'm saying we have this protocol, and I'm a stickler.
Yeah.
We have an adoption pre-process. We have the home check. We have an after process. We have the adoption contract. I mean, it's a process.
Yeah.
And so, I have Hannah over here that trained the dog. I hand-reared the second dog from a nursery at my house because I'm like, okay, let's not give Dorit a rescue dog. Let's give her a dog that I've hand-reared that has never had any issues.
So that means that you basically have worked on it. You've kind of like.
Well, no, I have an agreement with some shelters that if there's a mom that's pregnant, they'll give her to me so that I can whelp the dog, and I can rear the dogs to be 8 weeks old, and then I find them proper homes.
Got it. Okay.
So this is a dog that was born in my house, bottle fed by me.
Oh my god.
Oh, so he's like, you've overseen
bottle fed by me.
Okay.
And I said, okay, so then Hannah spent 3 weeks training Dorit on how to take care of the dog. We took the dog back for spade and neutering. We held it for. We never do any of this, just so you know. So then Hannah's reaching out, trying to find out what's going on with the dog, and Lisa finds out. I'm not sure. I think it's maybe a Friday. So Wednesday is when we do the location agreement. It's a benign shoot. Slade's going there. She's going to be taking some pictures. Fun start of the season. Sunday, I get a message from, I won't say the shelter name, but a kill shelter in Orange County that said they have one of my dogs.
In Orange County?
Thank you. Yes. So thank you, God, that I've microchipped.
Yeah.
I have a system called bark.net that they are insane as far as I knew exactly where the dog was at all times. So then
Does it work on ex-boyfriend?
Right, exactly. So then I call, and granted, you guys have to understand that PK and Dorit are Lisa and Ken's longtime friend.
Longtime friends.
Yeah.
Regardless of the show, whatever.
And Lisa always, which Lisa and I have multiple arguments about, and I'll admit that, we always fight about her defending Dorit. Because Dorit has done several things.
You're not the only one.
Yeah.
Well, she's not only done things to me, but she's done things to Lisa, who I care about, and now she's done something to a dog that I hand-reared.
Well, and Lisa, she just looks at the good in everyone. So
Right. So so I go over to Lisa and Ken's, and they're having family dinner with 2 friends, and I have to admit, I'm spitting blood. I mean, this is a dog that I hand-reared. And
it's also your name with an organization that is doing such great. All you need is this one negative thing, which you did get this negative.
Well,
thing
and
now,
all
everybody.
I didn't get what Lisa had gotten that previous Friday. All I got was that a reality celebrity didn't want the dog and dropped the dog to a shelter.
Oh, wow.
So I didn't know that she had given the dog to a different, quote unquote, better home. well, what was so bad with the home in the first place that she had to give it to a better home?
Yes.
Well, the misleading thing was it said celebrity, and it was Dorate.
Right.
So I'm thinking. So
Where's the sound effects?
So I run over. So
yeah, come on, Kurt.
So
Kurt is like.
Thank you.
Thank you. So I run
straight. He doesn't know Bravo TV. He doesn't know where.
So I run over. So I run over there, and so there's the and I have to say, Lisa was very torn. She was torn between her friends, and she was torn between
she's been torn
me.
On Entertainment Tonight. Yeah.
Because I'm like, plus I'm the mentor to all of these children or not children, to all of these young budding philanthropists that I said, okay, we have to be so strict with all of these things, but then all of a sudden,
their mission is actually doing something.
Right.
So then, how am I going to take my responsibility down and say, no, it's Dorit from Real Housewives, so we have to ignore all of our procedures? Which so now
I'm gonna keep my mouth shut.
So now I've got 30 employees that have all gotten the email because I didn't get the email first. It went to our info line.
Wow.
So now I've got 30 employees saying, you have told us that we have to protect these dogs. So now you're telling me because it's Housewives that we're supposed to negate all of our rules?
And that's the blend of the reality TV.
Yeah, I was just going to say, yep.
So I said, I'm sorry, and I still maintain it. I don't think Dorit did the right thing. I think she should have brought the dog back to us, and I think she should have done what she did.
Yeah, make a phone call, send a text message.
If I was Judge Judy, which I watch every night, regardless of what time I get home, she would be like, when did you make the call? When was it an issue?
That's right.
Well, she would have made the first phone call to Lisa and said, we just got
Well,
bit.
and if your girl was texting her trying to check in, like, why didn't she respond?
And we're all philanthropists. We're all big-hearted people. If Dorit were to come down to our place and say, I fucked up, and I'm sorry, we would have said, okay, let's deal with this.
Yeah,
sure.
She sent her assistant, which I'm sure she does all the time.
Don't tell me this.
Oh, yeah, and Lisa said, please don't send Sadie down to try and help this, and she still did.
Big shocker. I have to say.
So it's just
that is actually poor class.
And
of course
somebody that's supposed to be so classful.
And it's just
though.
and it's a $5,000 fine, and she's never paid it. So
well, you're not getting that money, you know that.
Right.
Yeah, but why not? I think for her apology, she should have paid it and said, "You guys, I'm sorry, I messed up. Here's my."
No, I agree with you.
So going back to the dichotomy of social media and reality, and that's what people don't understand.
This really upsets me.
They think everyone thinks, and this is what upset me the whole season is that everyone thinks Lisa planted this, and everyone thinks it's Lisa's.
Of course, reality, blah blah blah.
This is reality meeting
real world.
Real world.
Yeah.
I got the location agreement on Wednesday. This happened on a Sunday, and we had to film on the following Thursday. So there was no time, and Lisa is in the middle trying to open TomTom, trying to open the Vegas location that they're doing.
Like a freaking goddess.
And so literally that Monday, she got on a plane to go to Vegas while I'm screaming at her. I literally, Ken and I had the biggest rile in the backyard because he's saying protect my friends, and I said fuck you.
Right.
I'm not protecting your friends. I'm protecting the foundation. I don't have loyalty to Dorit.
Yeah.
I have loyalty to my foundation, and I have loyalty to my dogs.
Yeah.
That's a huge choice to make, by the way.
Yeah, it is.
And so
I applaud you.
Thank you. And I even have the text message of Lisa, and again, no one knows this, is that Lisa said, shut this down at 9:45, and we were filming at 10. And honestly, I'm not going to. Because how am I supposed to be an executive director, doctor of international business, for a foundation that is international? We're in 6 countries. And I'm supposed to say, oh, but when something bad happens and it involves a celebrity, we just push that under the rug.
Right.
It doesn't work.
Yeah.
It doesn't work that way. So now I'm getting called out by everybody, including, and I don't appreciate Lisa Rinna saying that she should quell her boys. I'm a 40-year-old man who has his doctorate in international business.
It doesn't matter if you're a 40-year-old man or you're an 18-year-old person. You are running an organization.
And I'm not her employee.
Right.
What should we like to call soap opera girl?
Yeah.
Yeah, soap opera.
But Lisa Rinna just wants to be relevant. She needs a storyline. She's so scared she's not coming back next season. She's just clenching on.
Anyway,
you guys, we are spilling so much tea. But it's sincere.
But it really is. And honestly, the entire season, I felt we went into the season and Lisa needed her friends. Kyle's been her best friend, one of her best friends for over a decade. When your brother dies, you're opening up all of this stuff. You really need your friends around you.
Right.
And I think this season was a time that they could have really moved around her and said, listen, you're one of the OGs and we've got your back.
Right.
Whereas before they said, oh, Lisa's finally weak. Let's get her while she's down. And it was like Mean Girls. It's like Mean Girls.
But it does make sense because Lisa didn't need the show. She was already here.
Right.
The other ones are like, we need
the storyline, we need something, It just upsets me how they really do like attack her and they try to really go for like the gut, and it's like you said, she's barely able to like stay on her own and she's managing everything. It's like, can you just be a human? Forget a friend.
Well, and my whole thing is, I was a little bit vulnerable, she was a little bit vulnerable. Let's pay attention to that and let's not be so kind of.
But John, it's created a rift with you and Lisa, which is funny because you're their family, like we talked about.
Yeah, and now and we've had so many skirmishes on behind the scenes of why the hell are you defending Dorit all the time? And why the hell do I need to keep my mouth quiet when I'm a man, I'm 40 years old, I'm not your employee, and I'm a doctor. I don't have $150,000 in student loans and 15 years under my belt in collegiate activity to listen to Lisa Rinna call me a boy.
Yeah.
Well, I don't have 150. Because he
You're
said
lucky.
it.
You're lucky.
He said it and he looked at me. I'm like, I don't have that kind of loan.
You're lucky.
I got scholarships and shit. I was smart.
Oh.
I didn't graduate 3.9, but I was almost there.
Such shade.
No, he started it.
I know.
He said it. He looked at me. I'm like, what? No, I don't have it.
This is the reality, that we're talking about with like reality TV.
Yes.
We don't realize as viewers, even though as much as we love to incorporate ourselves into the drama and watch the shows, we don't realize there's real lives here.
That's right.
From the accusations from you, from what you've now had to, now I have to be, fighting with these bitches and you being stripped of everything.
Oh,
and
right after I got out of my show, I got like dead threads. I have them on my phone. So it's just like the craziest thing
We've
ever.
dated half of them, so.
Wait.
I'm used to fighting with
but it
four-legged
was
bitches,
crazy.
not two-legged bitches. So this is a new thing for me.
It's the craziest thing how the public like literally like they take like
no,
like craziest things that I've never ever seen in my life. This is a completely new world for me. I'm still like adapting. For sure.
No, and it's true. It's that blend of like that reality versus what's real and like what is actually affecting people and what's not. And people just read things and they think, oh, okay, well, that must be true. And it's like, well, yeah, just because you saw it and, whatever tabloid might have told you, but you don't know, like you just said, all the behind the scenes and the actual backstory.
And the timeline of everything that everyone gets wrong.
The story straight.
Right.
You guys, Kurt has to go home to his wife.
He's like, everybody shut up.
He always shrugs his shoulders and then I get yelled at later. We end every show. You guys, I have so many pages of other
questions. I was going to say, I see you guys, like crossing off.
No, it's like you guys, do you see?
We didn't even play me naked, thank God. No.
Oh God!
I know. I have to go. I've got 18 babies. I've got to go feed right now.
Okay. You guys, I hope you guys all come back so we can do like part 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would love it. I'd love it. Thank you guys.
Like, so we end every show by doing rapid fire. So you do rapid fire, and then you give our viewers and listeners your handles, everything.
Okay.
Who wants to go first?
Oh God, I don't even know what my handle is.
It's Dr. Dot. John says it because
you
haven't followed me and you haven't accepted my friendship request. That's how I know. Ali, why don't you do it and you can show them how it's done.
Okay.
Ali, worst fashion trend you've fallen victim to?
I've fallen victim to? The neon trend. Terrible. I know. You can cringe. Gross. I know.
Biggest red carpet mishap for either you or one of your clients?
Ooh, one of my clients. Slit, like legit opening all the way up and me having to jump on the carpet like within 30 seconds and fix it before their whole hoo-ha was hanging out.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I'll leave their name out.
Oh my God. Okay. 3 must-haves that everyone must have.
Oh, 3 must-haves.
In their closet.
In their closet. Little black dress, nude heels, and...
Nude heels?
Yeah.
I hate nude heels. I'm
Why?
like,
what?
They look like dance
They
shoes.
go with everything.
They go with everything.
Nude heels,
yes,
like, am I in a
they
musical
do.
and these are dance
no,
shoes?
No, first off, talk about skinny. They lengthen every single woman's leg.
I have no idea what those are.
They
I'll show you later.
Oh, they lengthen everyone's leg. They help with dimensions. I will show you. Okay.
Okay.
All right. And third, I would have to say honestly, just a little white T-shirt because you can dress it up and dress it down.
Yeah, that's actually pretty good.
Yeah.
You can only represent one designer when styling for the rest of your life. Who was that designer?
Oh, kill me. I guess I'd have to go Valentino. I just classic, amazing.
Ooh.
Yeah. Can't go wrong with that.
Biggest pet peeve when you're styling somebody?
I guess I kind of mentioned it earlier when I have like a manager or another cook in the kitchen and they're like, I don't think they should wear that color. And I'm like, I was hired for the job. You are not. Get out of here.
Show some power.
I'm the expert, okay?
I love it. Ali, tell our viewers and listeners where they can find you.
You can find me at Ali Levine Design, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, all that goodness, Pinterest, AliLevine.com. And if you want to be styled by me, AliLevineStyling.com.
And it's Ali. A-L-I.
I'll let you spell it, yeah.
Who wants to go next?
I'm going next.
All right.
Okay.
Oh, you are going next. Okay.
All right, JC.
Apparently, I'm going.
Celebrity you would share the bed with and allegedly kiss in their sleep.
Oh.
Why? Everyone's asking me this. Orwell from Big Brother After Dark Pop TV. Only on Pop.
No, what's the name of the celebrity?
Orwell.
I don't even know who that is.
Well, then
George Orwell?
Then you have homework to do.
Oh.
Orwell. Describe him.
It's like kind of like this, like looking like an owl, but not really.
How sexy.
Super sexy. I love you, Orwell.
So you want to date Maggie Smith, apparently.
Say
Where's my next role? Okay. You want to date an owl? Okay.
Yeah.
No bears? Right. JC, your guilty pleasure food, since you're so into fitness.
Yuca con mojo. Yuca with mojo.
What is going on?
You're from wait, have you been to Miami? Yuca. Okay, well, let's move on.
What?
It's a guilty pleasure food.
It's
yuca?
like, oh my god, dude, like the best food ever.
I thought you were like chicken
every time all my
something.
friends go to my, it's like a vegetable, but not really. But then you fry it.
Does
you
it look like I've ever seen a
No, wait, hold on. But you fry it like really
in your
good.
cocktail, boo. In your cocktail.
Dude, it's like yuca. I don't have any other word to say it.
Like yuca plant? Fried?
Like no yuca plants. It's like
I have no idea.
Yuca. Just Google it. Okay. God.
Is it like the yin yang?
No, it's like a real yuca.
JC, the strangest hobby or habit that you have that we'd be surprised to know.
Oh my god, I can say the number one on
Is
TV.
it eating yuca?
I can say the number one on TV, but the second one is definitely just falling asleep with some noise. Like either like my phone like playing or
I'm with you on that.
I
I
call
do
my
all
friends
the
and they
time.
talk on my phone.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the first one I can say it. Next one.
Oh, come on.
We'll find out in green room. Pay attention to that. What would you have done if you would have won the $500,000 from Big Brother?
Probably the same thing I'm doing right now. I mean, I haven't had like such a bad life,
great.
you know? So, like right now, trying to work on my career, taking everything easy. Sometimes when the small little thing that I could do to help someone else on something else, like house or something, just do it.
Oh,
Yeah.
I love it.
One thing you would have done differently if back home in the Big Brother house.
Probably don't be so faithful because I was working only with one person and I closed all my minder and everything.
And you
all
were
my
making
mind
out
and
with him,
everything.
yeah.
Yeah, and then but you know what? Everything happens for a reason. And Tyler and Angela, I love you so much, and I'm gonna be the good fight to your wedding. And dude, like I have no regrets. That was the best season ever of Big Brother. Fight me.
All right, Jesse. Tell our viewers and listeners where they can find you.
Well, first of all, I was nominated.
It's called Rapid Fire.
I was nominated for the Reality TV Awards as a fan favorite. So please vote for me. RealityTVAwards.com.
I'll promote it. Yeah,
promote it for me. And then
no, I will. I'm serious.
And then you can find
We're
me.
everywhere now.
You can find me at JC Mounduix, Mounduix, all over social media. The same
and
handle.
in Alexander's dream.
Like Instagram, Twitter, whatever. Like yeah. So that's pretty much it.
John, as serious as you are next.
Oh no.
Breed of dog that most resembles you, personality-wise.
Doberman.
He said that very strong.
Wow.
Wait, we need a quick. We need a quick why.
They're strong, but when they love someone, they're very loyal.
Okay.
Guilty pleasure when watching TV. We have to know this.
Petting my dogs and eating pizza.
No. What is the TV show?
What is the TV show?
Oh, the TV show. What do I do while I'm watching TV?
Like you say, it's the stupidest TV show I've ever watched, but I watch it.
Yeah.
No, honestly, you guys, I really do not watch TV except for Housewives of Beverly Hills and Vanderpump Rules.
Seriously?
That's a guilty pleasure.
Yeah.
Since you're in the gym every minute of the day, when you're not helping dogs across the globe, least favorite exercise. This actually came from the internet, by the way.
The internet?
It did. No.
Squats.
Oh.
Everybody hates squats.
Yeah, but you do a good job.
Tomorrow, do a squat video with the dogs, okay?
Right.
It's like
viral.
You have to wash 100 dogs in a row with one other housewife, not Lisa. What other housewife is it?
Denise Richards.
Oh.
She's a dog rescuer. We actually worked together with dog rescue. We took 11 of her dogs after the Malibu fires. And so, yeah, I work with her and wait, actually, I'm going to be not rapid fire for a second.
Okay, but tell Kurt, because he's
I love
Droop has even drooped.
I love Denise Richards, and I love her on the
news.
Her in Wild Things when I was in high school, still thinking that I might be bisexual. She was my girl. She was my go-to.
I get
so being able to work with her now and being in the whole rescue world with her,
if I would have gone the other way, she would have been my thing
dream
too.
come true.
That's so sweet, you guys. Okay. Most embarrassing song on your playlist.
Ooh, break that phone out.
Right? Toxic by Britney Spears.
Oh, but I love Toxic.
Oh, I honestly, I run to it.
I love Toxic.
Mine is Mbop, by the way. You guys, John, where can people follow you and find you?
Dr.John F. Sessa on Instagram, and then John Sessa or something on Facebook. But actually, you should go to Vanderpump Dogs and vanderpumpdogs.org. Honestly, and Vanderpump Pets. That's where most of the information that you should be able to go to.
Single or
single, complicated.
Oh, is that your Facebook status?
He's dating a porn star. Anyway, Kurt, I'm so sorry. We've gone over. You guys, we have to... anyway, we're going to take cast pictures after that you can see on Instagram at On The Rocks On Air. Big thank you to my guest for today. Come on.
Thank you for having us.
What a random... This is what the show is. Yeah. Every week. You never know who's going to show up. Kurt, our engineer, with his funny puns, which have become a phenomenon to yourself. If you were on Instagram, you would know. But I can't tag
Can I please have that thing on your shoulder? Can I honestly just have it?
Do you want to bring it
I am
to your
Groot.
dog?
Oh, I want it.
Oh God!
Come on. Look at how he's reluctantly giving it to me. I am going to have it.
Oh,
but he has like a magnet.
Person
but you guys, you
He's
look
going to
like
give it to
Joan
his
Crawford
dogs.
at the award show. It's a big. Anyway,
I just stole.
Mama
That
Rose.
is not an accessory.
Mama Rose, we love you in our chat room. Thank you to our sponsors, Vista Grande Resort, Bearworth Apparel, Here TV, which we're now streaming on. And you are loyal listeners. Share us, tweet us, DM us. Coming up on The Rocks, we have Star Trek Discoveries, Wilson Cruz. We have Tony Award winner, Frances Ruffalo. Tony Award winner. She was the original Eponine in Les Miserables. And RuPaul's Drag Race, Mayhem Miller. We also have adult film stars Wesley Woods and Sylvia Sage, who won all of the adult film awards. Don't get too excited, Kurt. We have a female porn star coming in. You never know who's going to show up, and I'm on The Rocks. We'll see you next Tuesday. Thank you! This has been On The Rocks with Alexander, every Tuesday at 7 p.m. on Universal Broadcasting Network. Find me on Facebook on The Rocks Radio Show. Tweet me or Instagram me at On The Rocks On Air. See you next Tuesday!